Russell say a chance na ye dia good munseba eba bewura mu kama pa etimi ye ma mo se do nim no ye tima ko sise no no bebo ye de apa mu na afia pj mu na de akebia ato aso etimi e de amamone ye re nkoma hodo na eba na afise no ye behwe no anhwemu de course of the Ghana Football Association o maso ye between Hartlepool na Krobia Kumasi Asante Koroko other news no e beba wo mra pa kwasi Indium Dr. Ebo Modie Didi Nkomobi etimi ede afa Ghanaian football no ye be na ye de ho senaba aba be now na the ultimate no esan to aso UEFA Champions League no playoff matches no second leg ne beba Lutake ne ba obo modena all the sanses no aba be down still Real Madrid ne the Royal Spanish Football Federation no eba referees no aso ya nkomo ebobo de ba no ni nyina ohwe na odi aba etimi aba be down na dwumade no ye transise ya na ye ba be sha sise ya na cheso wa kunya so be join on Facebook Fakye TV on sato so abewo modena wa follow page no wa like wa share we ja comment no mrisi no ma be kenke etimi edi ama on YouTube no Fakye TV on su roma obe subscribe ne kama pa se be ya yen videos ni de to a obenye bi ahwe na aboa na bibibia de dadi peda ma se TikTok Instagram onyina no obe search Fakye TV na wa bomode etimi afule ho na bibibia de daye pa etimi edi amamo na uwa kwenya ZDB e kaso message ni beba SMS anase WhatsApp no number no dey 0207543637 0207543637 obetimi your short video no emanin 30 seconds embrace ni ebebo na onso on sere nema esi e koluta o de abakwa amano ne Ricardo Vaz e wa hanom saso na Bib Mohammed ni na no do ne kakra wakwa asen aba era the man show anom mo hwe na ya boa na dwuma de ni timi akoso producers no ya set Amwako Murphy and after so no je wojima eno echi Gilbert and executive nankasa eye Ebenasa o makeka ne amaboma yaba aba be gire den sema wodo na eba aba be da mo tiere ho aba ye kwere ba pe na chese kwan dam ye ba be wura mu amanone na amanone nkomo no ato aso amamo so ya chance na ye ba na ma no ne nkomo etimi ato aso etimi era ma na mo wadwen che no still we go so amejo betimi dia ba SMS WhatsApp na ba short video bia ye ba be pija ye mo ebe na yabo na won sere ne ma esi ete 2 year pe obodin na waka bibia o kase fi ne remetimi era ma 02075436370 02075436370 ya hwena ya kenkate mi ede ama na se pono e ba video ani ahwena ya bone kama party mo amon join ye no mo akonya so be join on Fakye TV mo amohwe efie na nyume wa yin share izanzen koma ye de ba no ano edi ye pa na fo hwe Facebook a wo join ye hope na wa bomodin wa follow e page no wa like na wa share se de be anu so no e be bomodin na dwumadi kese no wa timi enya bi ahwe na amano ne fo na mo hwe on YouTube no Fakye TV mo kwa na subscribe ne kama pa etimi ede amamoti mamre na me ko me mana ba na me no etimi ento aso Lutaken
International ABOU DIABY
Lutaken
ABOU DIABY
kena bibi aboko de
brakwa kunyame adom na oswe
me so me wedem pa
de nyame ase
so me wedem pa be zenra na me na mana me kushi obi na komona na medi no o so te sa nchia we ache eno aso ma Mary ba ha no catch me so te sa nchia na che pa ti na wo se ne no me de ba but I me so say nyese ka wawaya nkamia me hwekra ye yi ma because uluki yi pa but oze owo wa itimi nya wo hwe and I said me ne madam so sitie no mintimi nye we a etimi de ma wa wonje
da bia Christopher idie said the Paul kan Corinthians
oh okay
o se Paul se san ke bit ma yeso no a anka e ma ye nware
ozo kan no he
Corinthians chapter 7
verse
o kind the full verse o kasafa ware ho
sa
the whole chapter no
o wa kaza kwa so ewe
oh we no dear me Anglican ni na mum se me suspension
o ade well last time I'm no be dik or catch em say time obo so ra so dem no na ye bi na aba na akọ na ase aso ya na za bi abadi to bi bat say wa usu bo akazo and then kwesi na ma be kwa aso e o say ya na e wo
me ba ma say de na me call Community Church International
oh okay
e wo Bremen New York
okay
na me tu free ntem ho no sisi me hwese me call Bishop Idahusa ho oh kunum ayo
Bishop
oh me spiritual papa no
oh okay me Bishop nka
Bishop Idahusa
me nka
kunum ayo gate
oh okay
me ono officially ohun ye flyers no social media no frame me
oh okay
nti ono was officially ye kọ ne nche kọ ka kire na ye kọ je blessings
e wono ho
efin ho eba
baron ze me call Church of the Lord Brotherhood
oh yes
sasun treso
ye de nyame ase nan say Bible says what the boy ye ni ba akosa kire abofom pimpim ebo hallelujah to say
odiboye ni ne me ana
say de be kwesi da be mienu me say twemi wana montu no hon keka wasori ko me so
me te me hu fi hu ni ntia
o te hu free me
aboa me pa me ma me paibo ka me kura do nyume me chi apa so paibo na amate me hu afi obi hu a boa me pa di a Church of the Lord Brotherhood genya transisi na asoy mani bia ya no mo hwe eti e chi omo pa eze na otwi mu no pastors ne be ba workshop bi o ti Saturday on bebo match bi ti no o se me ko hwe se de niam si ko
yeso bi yesha adwuma senche
da bi mi mbo bi o asofo no
eye
okay na ya wo ye me sa
eye o mo bi die ye me ne me kwa akogya o
ama ya kwa
ko senka bebo bi die nka je ye fatofi akwa mo ne programs for them na ko pass on for
okay menya bad player what the records na oh the records na
enya titi sem na tete de na ball no wadwunu enu na
oh me ya benkuma pa menya ball na da say bebo ma chenche we dey come pay first match ke
so omo person sports they suspended for 2 weeks
ya me ya go
match this year
ke nu ntumi
na say ntumi de
Remember ni ho
Bema be fancy efo aye kese okay ti left Shadrack onaman
oh yes na Shadrack there so no so what is all the terms no oh yes na akomi aso no
touching good
akomi so anti di mu no e fe ne bebre look show adi ade o ya ba pe Bema na ba
director Steve
oh okay
one director ko far by passion consult or more traveling to me say and chomni video ono se yigina ho se ne ye dwumadi ne ba ya na
ene fepa
enti ono so ye ncha ne na wie
gina ho se ni do gina na dwumadi ne ba ye nkofo bebree
fepa
omo kanfo ne ade a ba ya na bibi girls wo but madam ntimi ma ne omo ndi nkomo for madam de we dino krama me no ye bia me penase mpa ati me ntimi nye ya ati no ye ko abaro ni nkomo e ba be ntimi e abara bo be se you know eguso aye 0207543637 ene fully packed obia wa ha and ye ba ne aba be ni nkomo nti ye den ho ye kwa de ba pa amano ne no e sha se ntimi da mamo
sense na wie ya bra ye breaking it down ye touching it down ye knocking it down ne ye nya dajajeja mu yompo wa mano nsemu eso de amane ye nhase abra upiemo yuka report fi yuka police forward ba and say we a football fan ne se obekwa go prama so akwa game na wadwene eso kono obe misbehavior obekwa kodi anyambrasama a police for se mfanto anim se omu se udi atutrasama on be frel on be drug test ni nyina se hwe no mana wo ye na on be su se ebia wakwa kodi di wo ball so ebia ofa wusie bi ebia na ade bia wura mogya no a ensem fata se nipadua no ewuram enunti no waba o misbehave and you so far the free UK ban no police for no and the sa one ne sa kokobo ne sa measures egu na kwa mu eso bi bia efi na akwai omo hwe ss football game bia koso na obana o misbehave udye atutura sem nyambra sem a on be try some be test for drug na bibia so ko etia dia ene masa banka ba omo di bagu nsa eno ede ba mi jam adema mame nko Brente Lucas Paketa me nko na so na wiai na opaka Brente he is under investigation ni nyina no so wurama ono anu kura wo firima na man Brazil omo investigating no eno achi uba yuka omo investigating no na demete ene sa Brente Lucas Paketa say in the future of Western United no akwe bibia and look good and farmer no ubaka mrebi atwam e yade say odi 4 yellow cards bi asa 4 yellow cards no empanyifo se na emu odwam omusu say neso no ankasa no bi omankrofo di fasika omankrofo di kotwa better omudi ediye neso omutwama se do bitimi kotwa ssa game wey Brente Lucas Paketa ebedi yellow card ampana sa game no wakwa kodi yellow card omo se toa so 4 no omo wura mu hwem no ayade se yellow card so kwa ni so debate omo mu se neso wura ne yellow card die no emu ewram ekakra na per reporter ene awia eba enyina no se omo se owura bia wo ensem troni eso owura ma evidence bi ba na evidence na eba no enam so be ma UK investigation omo ye die tie Lucas Paketa no ebetumi abu adiabo no ni nyina no say omo se no no ankasa ne brother di ne birthday na ne brother birthday no na say any birthday gifter or the man ne brother no and say game omo kobo no obedi yellow card e man ne brother no ko try ssa game wey Brente Lucas Paketa ebedi yellow card ampa okodi yellow card e was sa game man ne bra no enya sika dewa e man ne birthday no e kama adema no ne si games ni bia wo boy odi yellow cards wo no ebi ay against Leicester City and year 2022 against Leeds United against Aston Villa and against Bournemouth sa 4 games wey ni na odi yellow card esu hom na no na efe ni eklem say de ehom kra and say amanfo disika esu hom anu ntomu hweme pasa na say wa breachi ay emra no enu edeba ye jejamo na ensam pineba na Brente Lucas Paketa ye kana seme uwuram ewo na asoye o West Ham United so for Pojuma na this season watch 4 goals why assist no onyanye bi and a passes completed over Lucas Paqueta 719 and a dribbles completed 11 and a yellow card 6 appearances 23 and yet Lucas Paqueta a fina soya ba ye jejamu aso adamam ene ewo dwumade no so ye gusu breaking on down attaching on down a jejamu yompo aso adamam ene ewo dwumade no so a man fanto anem ese afi season para wi epe opema Premier League clubs wey omo akwa ball tournament to America na ediabeda so no ebekwa Premier League soccer series event and ebetotwa eso ewo America na timisa diametrins omaje peni akasa guso etotwa ese obekwa participate no ebi Manchester United for real enu achi team efan Bournemouth eso edim komo acha so omuso gituma ombekwa participate enu achi West Ham United saso ena Everton diamete and just tournament no ebetimi atodwa just after the FIFA Club World Cup ebetodwa America no abana wiye ansa ena sa series event ebeba so eno so atimi apa so ni nyina hyehyɛ ya omudi eguna kwama ye jeja mu eso adaba mu ewo dwumadie no so na mame mfanto anem ese player baako Manchester United supporters no se dodo na ya komkyene ebi etwe taseba ebi eye azumi dodo empire ball enye hiri baba sandewa Nigeria player bia omo epese omo de befriend Victor Osimhen na abante no kredi nyamianim na reside Allah ni nyina no se Manchester United boss ye Ruben Amorim eso nyanya no na odere ba Manchester United enye shabre no ebesesa obe shabre sesafo enu ye Victor Osimhen de fina so ye ba report ni say na Manchester United for Esma scout emomukwa scout abra na Galatasaray esiakai na mpa omukwa no abante no ejana so 2 goals at my Galatasaray eno edeba ye jam edemamo na ugrama brate Mason Greenwood at Manchester United omo a player and no man trying to call friendly anom na omo turn the material Olympic man say na Manchester United e tono omo de air clause bi aswit bi chemo and we 50% sell on clause said that chan kwama bia no Olympic man say etimi to branch Mason Greenwood a Manchester United e benya 50% e wosika omo ton ombenya mu per reporter Fakye ya picking in area and so Roma a Mason Greenwood PSG as so far the performance no omunyane pejino mu na bankuma na kasefo no ebetima ya adwuma dia metri se offer PSG adama Olympic ma say no esika emu edene esika emu odu 62 million pounds se ba sada na 50% bet 31 million pounds ebewuram adama Manchester United omo ebobo ekono na Manchester United fans no me pa chomuntie Casemiro asa eni de besi eni obedi ne to brejam from aboni woni yam yebisa Saturday was all Manchester United for omo process season pana we ya ankomo tono na ankomo di Jessica na ankono Brazilian Casemiro anko free team ko na cast say yanka ncha mo say ono onye na dwunu so be ko ba bia odo Manchester papa o Manchester o petu no wana kuma akare bossman akuma ku 18 on contract him o Manchester United o pe place o mjisika kase pa Casemiro wakambi every 7 days waje 350,000 pounds and o mano 350,000 pounds and a cash as we general Manchester United was say obeje sasika na odo Manchester on ko ba bia obetina ho akwa se bossman makuma ku 18-month contract no e papa na wiye enu ya Brante Casemiro de fina so ya ba ye jejam adamamo enne ewo edwumadie so ye gusu breaking no down touching no down mame fanto anim eso groma nsempi and eba na Pinisa Royal Antwerp Bobo Konom goalkeeper ye fene Seni Lamens na Seni Lamens and dear to that was hey some Manchester United Bobo Kono ye team power was say one man fans in Cosro na ebetoja as a omolen Kennedy Manchester United or not Royal Antwerp goalkeeper no was one number bia oh goalie United no was man Nigiski for no Esa Cosro Lemon Jaoka and said the first time I heard it I thought wow a world team that follows you that's a very special na and what you know was young Cantobia so Casadie a Bia Kosu Kakra Nemum so special as a club like Manchester United ebe kaso mopel eno ede fro eba ye jamu mamimramo Premier League no now so far in the Premier League no oh fewest goals scored a Premier League man me patcho mfam biaso na amount for her so far this season oh Premier League clubs go so much no eye kakra bia say na eno sutie na so Manchester United go so much no e from Paul Ruben Amorim Shebres Safo the destiny changer or Bayern no enkonya no ontimi enyi ni nyina so hwa Manchester United have 16 goals so na Town, I was 11, and then Leicester was 11 at Southampton, it was 16, I was 12, and Manchester United, it was 16, West Ham United, or more actually 16, and no Edia Dawa, ye Chechamu, as for Ediamamu, Ewa, and yet Jumadian so, and some Pines, a few goal scored in Premier League since Amorim took F5 Jumadiano, or Bafire, Nessa Manchester goal scoring, a Catet so, or more scoring drought, and no Edia Fro Eba, ye Checham, Adamamo, Nana Ochimu, Arsenal, me patcho mfam tumtim, nemo me ba sa game we so, na and what if you was touches no, our opposition, and say, opponent box no per 90 minutes no, and also no, the tennis Rasmus Oiland, 2.99, and a Chris Wood, as we have 3.17, and a Jean-Philippe Mateta, as well 3.55, Liam Delap, as well, and a Jorgen Strand Larsen, as well at the atwatwa so, Maminya was a referee Michael Oliver, Monfan Mpiaso Mfa Emame, referee Michael Oliver, reporter Eba, and so now Urama, referee Ometima pointing on, as said this weekend, gamer, Aston Villa, and Chelsea on Saturday. Aston Villa and Chelsea referee Michael Oliver and referee Paul Tierney in charge of the VAR. I'm a person fine and no Adeba Anthony Taylor the center referee on Sweden Fifi actual gamer and no Upema Manchester City and Liverpool game no and you Anthony Taylor and Benjamin Fifi and no Adeba Maminya Jumamamo and Opami Piae Mamin Sam breaking it down, touching it down, knocking it down. And Jamu Yon Pomao, as a by UEFA, Dupa Lucrative Champions League matches no second leg games to be to Dane. Now, Grandma say, Anna Ebeko, Mino Casa Eli Kickoff, no, as well as Basso fourth, and we are 5:45, and no advantage final or first leg. What's in a fear, AC Milan, upon 1-0, and watch no Grandma, Nurse Atalanta, and a Club Brugge, as well as Janbasso, Sassuna Grandma, Team Bamunchen, against Celtic, and Lucia Jeba, Naso Roma Monaco, Copiamo Benfica, and no Eddawa, Ye Jamu Adamamo, Ewa Ayajmadian so, na me patro Roma Manchester City, my momu training, Itiad Amrantiano, the Sky Blues, the Citizens, or mo training, na Abrantia, Yavan Nat Ake, Sanso Rupin Diaz, Ellen Holland, or Munina training, Kama, Edmatima, Yafeno, I am Manchester City, Chesam Pabibia, Ebe Kamadamamo, Ne Jack Grealish, as to Aretene, Oba Ebe training Kama, and no Jack Grealish, no, na Ura Pep Godola, no Pep F. Fayano, as which as a massa, Mino was ready, when you know, will go growing out there, or go growing out there, O Padena, wouldn't you when you know when him, wouldn't you answer Koto Acha, kyau no se kwoto akyau da unsa wo sere unsa umuna eno eje do ye jam na ensampi ena wo ha na mayemfanto anim ese owurama good news from Man City ese Nico Gonzalez esu etimi training head of Real Madrid gamer ochina ebetotwa no eno eje ba ye jam aso adamamo na miram de don Carlo Ancelotti mi gramo na so ye wose Rudiger betuma hyase na Rudiger hyase atwomini ebe Comfort ho na Raul Asensio eso abo central defense basa na Rudiger Raul Asensio ebe 5 wose no chi no obehwe Fede Valverde ono so de ebe ko wose obra omo against Osasuna Fede Valverde ebrade na so ohwe boy no ese bibia no ebia se wose boy no po betuma Raul Asensio akobo red back eno edge the Real Madrid squad omo prepare omo dey camp head of Nyame pa wo china game no goalkeeper Thibaut Courtois, André Lunin, Sazura Sergio Mastri, Sazura David Alaba, Lucas Vasquez, Goudou Saba, Wababa, and Wachino, Jawa Jesus Velaju, Frank Garcia, Antonio Basa Rudiger, your Ferron Mente, your Raul Asensio, and your Jude Bellingham, Kamae, Kamavinga and Valverde, Modric, Chouamini, Arda Güler, Sasuna, Denis Ceballos, your Vinicius Junior, Kylian Mbappe Loten, your Rodrigo, Sasuna Hendrick, and Brahim Diaz, Omo and Esquadra, Omo prepare for a second leg encounter against Manchester City. Now, also Pep Guardiola at the about to come, and so only 1% chance as Obetimi I qualify against Real Madrid was second leg, you know, that the Don Carlo Ancelotti was watching Busano as a one out England out to Yampia. Working castle just 1% chance. Now, so 1% run hour, and answer only 1% was said Busano. Now, on the Don Carlo Ancelotti was it welcome as a Enano Crescent Real Madrid. Oh, 99% chance. Name game no, there's almost more advantage. And a Real Madrid team no, almost so and no Jepa. Now, Ancelotti and Busano about the VAR and Portman was if here no, it take a lot of responsibilities.
Champions.
Buenos días, mister José Luis Sánchez para Jugadores de la Sexta. Vuelve la Liga de Campeones. ¿Se siente usted más tranquilo con los arbitrajes europeos?
Sí, porque creo que habla la estadística. En Europa hay mucha menos polémica en este sentido, hay muchas menos intervenciones del VAR. El VAR interviene cuando solo es necesario. Creo que hay también que tener en cuenta que habitualmente en la Champions
the Don Carlo Ancelotti Kanina say VAR no say kwani nyame it take a lot of responsibilities every referee in ho basa ye dangerous as our game no no ensema odi atuga ye de emamon je bizan so we are more comfortable for a referees or more Europe na was say I'm more comfortable with the refereeing in Europe. There are fewer VAR interventions na so only La Liga referees no compare referees more Europe or are more comfortable about Champions League ni referees more Europa as in La Liga denom no ensema owura no ajaba bontabe tuka yede emamo na enwachi no odin sampi asan atutuga yanko nenhwe Fede Valverde ne nsema no swaka na Valverde say ono no kwani nyame animie or say I will never tell a player to not protest to the referees. Nina say on country player bia. Ese emani protest nina for Jude Bellingham. So player referee obibi na nyani kwa so protested. Wano chino was so no I don't want anyone to misunderstand me. Na ni nyina mo no opese o clarify no ma bi ni nyina say referee say omo suffer because of say no onim na ade say o china omo concentration no wo game no so enya ade say obehwe de akọ o so bia ni say no ma so league no refereeing de ba Real Madrid no enya the best na omo bompa so benya 100% officiating nyame pa wo china enu ensem o de atwa ye de emam wo dwumadie no so na enu chine mfanto anim Eso gramo Man City na se bibia kama na ne Man City training no Abrantia and se Real Madrid pacho Danny Cavaya and Eda Militao and kwana ntmanye training ewo Real Madrid omo asoye obiatimi training na se Danny Cavaya and Eda Militao and ntmanye training eno ede baye jamu edama na me romo La Liga na menya adwuma we ma refina wo gira mu edma Real Madrid Osasuna your friend Munera Montero this week La Liga games no officiating officials MON-FRI nka ho woni game bia eno ede fro eba ye jam ede amamo ewo dwumade no so na mom ukorama La Liga mpanyimfo omoso so ede announcement bia ba ese Real Madrid ni Osasuna chant bi ekoso ni nyina no se ebi kase Vinicius Junior omu penya nkuowu ankuomu enkamane ntenase oyenipa sabi oyenipa fon oyenipa jinjan sansam na ekoso no ena La Liga mpanyimfo ba bonten ababe condemn sa no mana etodwa no so enyina eno ede ba ye jeja mu ede amamo ewo eye dwumade no so na ukowurawura ma opanyine fa ne Carlo Ancelotti was a Barca Rayo game no yebsan so pandia na obeka fa ho was I don't have much to say on kabebre emfa na omje omonto aso sa mude omonto aso obi shego na mu disallow go no Rayo for shego na referee ni via room for ekase ball no obi obstructe Inigo Martinez mude omonto aso sa eno ede da o na Javier Tebas urama La Liga boss no ono so se narrative eno essay La Liga no narrative in some microphone ka for La Liga no essay enya dia eboa na mom John de obeka essay dia microphone atage La Liga ni nyina ene say European Super League na o man support na amasoro enti no mo tan wo mo eno ede eba ede emamo Atalanta arawo samaba ni nyina nse omo game bo no mpla ba ko epra inju blow ni nyina nse Abrante Isaac hen on wapra wantimi ensiakan against Club Brugge and game on bebono eno ede eba na ubrama Zlatan Ibrahimovic was say Abrante Rafael Yao obi a chen said won Simon ball was it boy no we hardcore na woni mpopo na wonyindi as a day why said driver ni uka hwe uka tetwa no obi a che uka twi ana uka tima ena obi a che uka to obi a che Rafael Yao kwa mfa so a obesi akan eno ede dawa yede emamo ewo dwumade no so na so far current European golden boot no say na Roma Mo Salah ewo 20 3 goals so ana Hurricane ewo 21 Robert Lewandowski eso ewo 20 goals eno edeba ye jeja mu edi amamo na romo pamunchina omo sporting director Christophe Friend wasi Jonathan Ta so omo besa na ba pamunchi no eno no sabe enyomo plans him they say omo chire ono defense no omo ya adwuma kama eno edeba ye de amamo e odwumade no so na Joe Gomez eso pro Liverpool so ye owuravan Anaslot edi atutwa ese ye setback na mom ya de so run better nchen eso ekakra eno ensama wode atudwa ye de emamo ewo eye dwumade no so na eno achi na ebusan say china mo against Aston Villa or si game no Aston Villa one of the toughest side Premier League no mo eba be hia eno ensama o run ede atudwa na slot confirm was say Cody Gakpo china game no against Aston Villa enya ade say obetimi abo eye game ni bi eno ensama o run ede ababo ntaba betutwa ye jeja mu eso ede amamo na Rooney eso Cambridge United omu coaching job no Rooney eso ope omu demananka enya bad na urama Troy Deeney was say mfantu anim ese England omu national team boss Thomas Tuchel opanyino onya adwuma na kwan wafa so ye na ase o laki no ma bebre omu na nimre na onya adwuma as the Three Lions boss na owura friend no Van der Sar and the Champions League keepers bay and the best keepers yente do the mine
Donnarumma.
Alisson or Courtois?
Courtois.
Martinez or Sommer?
Martinez.
Alisson or Oblak?
Alisson.
Donnarumma or Courtois?
Courtois.
Martinez or Alisson?
Alisson.
Courtois or Alisson?
Courtois.
ɛno ɛde da wɔde atodwa na ubrama me pacho assistant referee bia ye fe Gary Vickers na me pacho say na ya se yinika ne bama yinika ne nyina say ye say omo a charge no woni abayo akoda wo 13 eko 15 years akoda na report ever and some the charge no ball na and almost suspended no na wakopiem on court na okopiem on court last week mo no there is almost signed in the court as on the 3rd of March once I pay before the court yes massa we shall kwanu Jones are dear dana ha bupa no say no crest 13 years to 15 years akwada bai wa no sao panyin wait me fa na akwada no so timi je match na sa no odene eno reporter eba na Ellen Holland ono so no say ne girlfriend Isabel one nanyam but for the first time gand ni nyinse no esu etimi eba abonten na no game Man City boy no ye hu say na abrante no ne girlfriend no esu ni nambia na se bia so etimi aye fan esu eho eno edeba ye jeja mu esu ediamamo na ma wo se bre no ye bre na kwakuma mfanto anim ese kaf mpanyum for dia ba betudwa ese after yes season we kona we are next season almost say a lot of changes ebeba ewo CAF competitions no eba club competitions are almost top 10 ranked nations no eba Champions League slots na omupenya bi aka ho omupenya ebia 3 clubs and 4 clubs ebeba saso ena mo nwram top 10 no mo bebo qualifiers and sanomotimanya qualification aba be piem na urama club African yeso mo twa entro ni nyina se TP Mazembe for na de sakrata yaba omso mo ankasa former player ye fan Philippe Ekinzumbi player no oye kongoni na oye club Africana uko eye FIFA eye TSM no so na say omo register no omo akwa yusu say oye Tunisiani and omo akwa register no amom de kratana akwa da FIFA ese club African no assistant player no na identity aches omo timi e de akwa register player no eno e de dawa jeje jam na AFCON December mu na eba so na ugwamo Morocco omo se omo guso eboabo omo ho ni nyina se ugwamo omo stadium a jefe no eye Tangier Stadium omo nsiesie na stadium no ena ho no omo so omo de air polytetra air floro air ba senso na bibia aye kam air fabrica omo de senso bia be fine na stadium no omo so omo wi ama menhwe omo wi stadium na said the stadium no be ye sa stadium we ena be host to AFCON obe piem group D games a eye Botswana saso ena DR Congo ena Benin ho ena be bom game no na stadium be fa nipa 80,000 eno edao na kwakudem di wie kura no se so be piem ha FIFA in collaboration with Royal Moroccan Football Federation no omo de eye nkwada football bi eba na kwada football na omo de ba no momfa air flyer no ntoso no bi anhwe we fa no football for schools or enkwada nketwa na ebesha so on the 17th to 19th February na ebesha ase eno eye Morocco omo football federation no ena omo ni FIFA kabom ena omo de sa tournament we eso de eba ebesha ase a Mohammed Defeat Air Stadium ena omo hwama bibia eso etmaye kamanti kwaku mayina so na nyame pa Saturday na bout kese no so eba so Joseph Parker and Daniel Dubois nye easy e was Saudi
Daniel Dubois.
Easy.
Ya bono ukruma papa. Ono na ba ku ye feni Delian White.
Aye.
Ono na me se ni sika san na wa ba no obi abono. Ni sika san na wa ba no obi abono.
Say AJ or play the winner between Joseph Parker and Daniel Dubois na one na kon.
Matthias.
Also Unia Tyson Fury on wa retirement.
Yeah.
But on person side ni free retirement ba.
No sign ba.
No sign ba contract. Anti boxing in why it's Saturday. You be show mood besi. Abu, my nyina so bra breaking it down, touching it down. I'm knocking it down, jeja mu yompo no. Yem fans ma me fan chan koma amante my hene. Nana apa bonsie bonsu the second. So jamai when oba hema nana sewa bonsu brakatu. Me mama ha na wie.
Mate, me da se party no ye luta ke na tenenka se wa bono mo de etimi de amano ne nsem no ababa be down. Still me guso jo messages no 0207543637. Wait me a short video bia. What be any boy etimi da ma 0207543637 020754 3637 na aboa na bibia de da yie pa etimi e de amanti me da no me ba pe makasi fia no na de obi awa ha na ya hyase na pinsim mu no ato aso amamo so wakwenya so baba modern na wa join here Fakye TV o hwe wo fia na fo wakwenya so be join here Fakye TV on Facebook on sato so awa like wa share wa comment na everything na abo na bibia da dia on YouTube no Fakye TV na tutu no ada ye pet mi ra mamo ye bara pc mu na to so mama ze dodo na de omo message na ba aba be rama mehwe na mabo modern na metimi akenkan kakra ba mo na mo bisa se number no sen no o hwe ya ye beto screen no so na wabo modern na wetimi afa number na bom no obetimi edu video na ba ana message na ba na ya hwe ne akenkan etimi edi amount 020 754 3637 020 754 3637 mebana mababe kinkan message na mo amenko special one abana me manin shase emfama me na the next 20 minutes no onhena onema hwefo onye wi ne kama pa emfama special ze bibia aboko de
kwa bibia fine alhamdulillah
izira amoni abapa
ayuha allazina amanu uskuru ni'matallahi alayhim. Okay, Quran now watch room say, oh, you who believe, call to mind the favors of Allah upon you and give thanks. Yeah, sorry, we are bo. It's me kasaidi. Alhamdulillah, a million times. Then I'm here, we are fine.
Prof, now this one as I said, this one.
Ya ayuha allazina amanu uskuru ni'matallahi alaykum. So, oh, you who believe, call to mind the favors of Allah upon you. Nti oda sorry na ye gidie ni a o se kai de ono nyankopon na ye e de ama ona da na se nti ya sorry a ye won kwa the most important thing in this life the word life and ankasa itself you might have money, ubitimi or cars, ubitimi will be a wee as a but Odana one, sorry, not even oh sorry. Now yare for da yare paso. Call conformity is here. Call baby a man for that. It is a wash or now more than Witimi Koba or say Kaidi or no Yamina Yama. The for one said the manity. Ya sorry, it's me, I buy it, make a say. Ya Kaidi Allah, I had the amenti. Yadana say, and I send ABOU DIABY, international ABOU DIABY.
A common on a made this is Yana. Your tells you all the flu Dibenku. 2 or power.
That's the most important.
20 minutes all day. Family shop.
Yan chat you for na Yamaha for Ahani Moma Kwaba. Now, you didn't come Kakra. Narendra in the Spanish Premier Liga. There was one game about so now and said a big game, but because of the competition or how got that momentum any baby ayabo in every game, especially these 3 clubs, Real Madrid, Barcelona, and then Atletico Madrid. Game be irrespective of opposition or money neighbor. It's a game that comes with a lot of importance. I would say match in a point, you know, Barca winning by a goal to 0. Kenke Robert Lewandowski goal no enough for Barcelona. Now, when you look on your screen after match day 24, teams didn't about 24 games respectively. Barcelona after winning 1-0 and Babe lead table. So Barcelona A lead with 51 points. Real Madrid 51 points, and then Atletico Madrid 50 points. Forget of club my friends Athletic Club Bilbao or that the 4th position. Omwankasa from coach ever the last person in say league na yabon they are trying to, they are trying to push and make sure say Umbenya automatic spot in the Champions League next season. But when it comes to teams that are more air battle for trophy now, yes, just 6 points any separately or the first 2 teams are almost leading, but they know within themselves they say among any title contender. So let's minimize the conversation. Let's talk about the 3 clubs are among our reasons. So Barcelona in last year 2024 LED table at a point in time they were leading Real Madrid about 7 to 8 points. Obia Nimi this year, Barca enya disastrous run in about 3-4 games. Las Palmas, Leganés, Omunina Barcelona. If you as a Real Madrid ever sign Barcelona, Madrid ever lead Barcelona as many as 5 to 6 points. And right upon match now, Barca a winning game. When you go to all the pro Barcelona tablet, as more can they say February any year when the league na Celtic kama. Ubini nenyom apiki. Almost I didn't pick kama can baby age to see 24 games any year, but we are playing 38 matches. So when you do the mathematics, now subtract 24 every 38 games. Now clearly it tells us say we still have about 14 games. You beat me up. But Barca want to say baby age to see in La Liga, and you head to head first before you ever goes head to head in the first leg. We knew you didn't hear match and Uncle Edmund to Santiago 4-0. Sam Madrid ever caught Monjic Akoshe Barcelona 4-0. It is football. We will not say it is not possible. But chances not ever from Sam Madrid a bit for they can go there and win. But to score 4 unanswered goal is one thing it's going to be very difficult for club your friends at Real Madrid. So Barca want to say they're going to keep tabs like this. They want to close the gap. Now I'm Madrid for them what they see here. You will be the same points. You ever heard of the league because what time fee on my barber show. Now highlighting the HPG screen is so me interest in the game no more. But I want to praise this man on your screen. Hans Flick of Barcelona. Since Papa we ever for when you're ups and downs, the coaching job now or for Barcelona. Sometimes the map on the course we do be an hour from. I remember perfectly when I own that poor run and results. The man about for say, Osha as a time and near about week 18, week 22. Offers are 2 fixes no at the cast man. Javi know I'm asking more points more than the Hans Flick. Barcelona supporters say yes, it is true that Javi in terms of La Liga and the points tally in the awards row, I say the Hans Flick but a Jumana or Madema Hans Flick so Omayeno. They think they are in the right course. And until they could be interview. Anytime we said they could be or see they did the right appointment. They believe in Hans Flick and they arrest assurance Obayed as we speak. Your ball Champions League table format in the year teams almost qualify Barcelona places second. But Busa say Javi ne channel no. Eduma ben no de Barca Europe or drop every group stages or bano kobo even Europa Liga or Tifiena Manchester Munina Barcelona ifim. This man has qualified Barcelona. Wanye Real Madrid, Wanye Man City, Wanye Bayern Munich, Wan kobo playoff, but opening straightforward or the league format to qualify in the league now on top. When you go to the what's the name Copa del Rey, we're roaming the semi-final. So clearly It tells us any modern boy after any Barca for one. I dare say 1-1. On Monday, Bonabas say Pascal Real Madrid 4 unanswered goals. Madrid for Agupamo. So I fall 7 upon Kakranka. Just in the first season, our club and friends say FC Barcelona. But the signs and the Yama all you need in actually say or Bayern or share them a top players on yes signs Kesibia or Barcelona. But with the materials and answer the end to me and find man, he is proving to say sometimes you don't need 3 years, sometimes you don't need 4 years, you don't need 10, 4, 5 players before serving my age man. When you're a good manager, you make good use of materials available at your disposal at the material time and going forward. Transfer window be another strong character at the barbershop. Now, let's talk about this picture. Whole picture where you are assembling a catch. This is iconic. In terms of football, midfielders are born or mother ball are born. I don't think say Bubodia, Uber a Abrantia friend say Andres Iniesta Ed Nefim. Barcelona Fona created this image and after Android game. Whoever who had the opportunity to watch Barcelona and Real Vallecano match in the end run, you will see the reason in Tiabasa for ever 8-8 and the Ababeto. Normally Iniesta and Sakwako to Pedri Nikomu. I said it here, you started man. I think that was last week. Said Pedri named Ben Ballon d'Or come on. You read Barca for be here from social media and so. I still stand by that. He's a very yes, of course. He's a very good player.
Obi the Messi, Abonsheka. We want Abib to come and apologize to Pedri for saying it will be a disgrace for Pedri to win the Ballon d'Or. And if he says he should give me his top 3 best center midfielders currently. So, Madru Pedri, no so. Yeah. Let me say this. He's a very good player, having a very good run form. The modern ball order this season is superb. But I still maintain our seminar last week, and say Pedri is not in the Ballon d'Or conversation as we speak. He's a prospect. Top 3. Remember, he's a prospect. Yeah. But I'm talking about the year 2024-2025. Pedri drew the conversation. Okay. I will not say we need Ballon d'Or and now on yet Ballon d'Or candidate in future. What I'm saying is that at this material moment, yes, he's doing so well. I brought this data to tell you Juma why. Look at him from December 16th, Eba ABC. She game Sawabo for club and friends at Barcelona. Any ratings are demand after every single game. So you watching, they lost against Liga 1-0, but your poor match in rating 8.5 out of 10. Clearly tells you that the modern Barcelona next game was Atletico Madrid. Yomulusu 2-1. He got 8.9 in that game. The next game, Hetafe, 8.2. Ubenya Alaves 8.2. Ubenya Sevilla Nanu Yadi 7.7 and the Dendra 7.8. So constantly, what you say is one player. Yebo game new Yebiana open players are modern born and go above average. HSC, they are doing something meaningful to impact a modern Barcelona Ebenio Park. And so Pedri is a constant figure who intimidate the FM from. I am not those who believe say Obibaje Ballon d'Or, goes any assistant man. I believe so your general contribution in the game impact here who deserve also your body. But what I'm trying to say is that I fail and what say I want to watch him. Say your boss season in Barcelona 8 me progressing every Champions League round 16th. Quarterfinals, semi-finals, not still. Pedri show signs of an important figure. He decided games at Barcelona. Then I can come here and say, I feel the young fellow anchor the conversation of Ballon d'Or. But as it stands now, I still maintain he is a potential candidate to win Ballon d'Or. But as we speak, my first 3, I will not mention Pedri in my first 3. Zola in a question or the
first 3, Mohamed Salah number 1.
On Keno, on Kase Ballon d'Or. Or is he a concentration for this? No,
top 3 he will be part. Yes, he will be part. Yes,
so most definitely. Most definitely. Why number 1?
Probably I'll go for Jude Bellingham first. I'll go for Pedri second. And let me see who I'll put in the number 3 position. I'll have to see through other midfielders or do so. But he's a very fine player. Ballon d'Or there. No, we need draw. But in terms of the role as a central midfielder, first 3 I'll put Pedri in that role. Now there's another person. After Yabo Pedri Nabasuebi, in the same Barcelona. Now this is Lamine Yamal. After game, then conversation I was on team and I said, "Yeah, careful, Lamine Yamal." And say Ansu Fati. And then I say, "Yamal last 5 matches on Shegu." Indeed, people who have the negative agenda say player be APA. Now they must start to say echo from kakra. They are starting to say, "Can you who be that Barcelona?" Almost singular brand. The reason in here after the game, Hansi Flick can say He's been very purposeful for Barcelona. Just that goals, then M1 and saying, they will do everything to make sure. Say, Abrantia friend said, Lami Yama goals ever start here flu. When I saw this, Senko for start take, I said, Lami Yama goals nema. The modern bonus start take for me conforce you or started and however compel you Messi and I started with my mom for Edna to two Messi. Yeah, and so fatty the same thing and check fatty a Wakobo Lonia Dinabanti. And careful, will not see this boy. Opening Munyabotre. Leo Messi did not start shining at the age of 16. That is one thing a lot of people don't know. Messi and Ronaldo na DBA commerce. They did not shine at the age of 16, 17.
Messi and Ronaldo.
Omo is shining at the age of 16, 17. Yes, 16, 17. Omo is shining at the age of 16, 17. He's just 17. I only pray say injuries emana kwemu. Say Lami Yama stay focused. No yitri de onya enkofo omo ben no betunu fuye am motivating na. He has that potential to make sure say Obexeli ama the quality say when you're saying say the last 5 matches on Shegu into Wasa, we could look at him 21 games this season in La Liga. Wasa saying 5 goals but provided 11 assists. He's played 1,710 minutes.
Wow.
5 goals, 11 assists. That is 16 goal involvement in 21 games in La Liga. Do you tell me say, such performance in La Liga? Look at the Champions League. 7 games in Champions League, 2 goals, 2 assists. When you play 7 games in Champions League at age 17, now with 4 goals involvement, what about 600 minutes? You don't tell me say he's not scored in his last 5 matches until Lami Yaman and Modimoson. Look at Copa del Rey, 2 games, 2 goals, 2 assists. Super Copa, 2 games, was 2 goals, on your assist to be in general. Look at him, 32 games, 11 goals, 15 assists. So the way that is 26 goals involvement in 32 matches. Fantastic. This season 2024-2025 under review. I don't believe whoever will say Lami Yamana 5 matches on Shegunti, the more than one number for my man for and Tinguno, so coach and drop on any other day, in tune for Onja and every. I still believe say a good drought and Abakaka, but he's still being purposeful. El Barcelona team who impacted Basta, creating a lot of chances, any space, Emma other players, a winning games, Barcelona. So I think say Barcelona they should stick with manager a friend is flicking in the Juma or not motivate other players. So they will give Real Madrid a very good run for money. Even if Barca and we need La Liga. Even if Barca and we need Champions League, Science now coach in his first season, I think he's the right man for the Barcelona job. Going for no waiting at Barca or my form to moving from FC Barcelona or game any monko opinion there. We have Champions League. I think say Maestro never asked about maybe the monko more. AC Milan back with 1-0 deficit Okunya and El Feyenoord. I think this game say Milan anya careful Feyenoord ebe shock Milan will win. But Feyenoord put a surprise. It's going to be a very difficult game. But I'm just saying that it's going to be a very difficult game. I foresee a 2-1 win in that game for AC Milan. Milan should be very careful. Feyenoord, Eberholm, say 2-1 and it means 2-2 aggregate. Extra time, yes. So I foresee a 2-1 in that game. For this one, Atlanta, I will fear against him and the Club Brigade. Atlanta after Okolusu 2-1. I think opinion a friend is Jean-Pierre Gasperini what it takes to overturn that scoreline. No qualify. This is a game. My show will be doing Bayern Munich any Celtic. When Kasper Schmeichel.
Yes.
A former goalkeeper for Leicester. He's now the goalkeeper for Celtic. And the Okohe game now Mowenin Konoso. He's going to be the center. In 2022, no Senko move echo by Munich. Also, Sha Oyin ne grandfather. Bayern Munich supporter. So he grew up loving club friends at Bayern. Then Kobe that so that I said one day Obeda go Alliance Arena. Bayern move when they back in 2022. Time Manuel Neuer April said Omer replacing any backup goalkeeper. No. It was a dream come true. He was on his way to the airport and I called the sign I said deal now and go through into one sign. On any nana 18 issue. Say Onya Kwenya enda go Alliance Arena at 8:38. Diana also said Obedagu Alliance Arena. Abom at age 38 in Tiene. Kasper Schmeichel echoed the poom at the Amas Celtic against Bayern Munich. To be a supporter and a game now winning console. He has a lot to offer for club. The friends Celtic. So qualify or won't qualify. I think he's one particular person. Me interest but I foresee Bayern Munich winning 4-0 against Celtic and then qualifying to the next stage in that game. Benfica and Monaco. It's just a street win for club. He didn't add Benfica. It will fee. You're moving from sure. We are sending Talk sports for now a year or more program and now yes, said Yatana say na program na so na Papa would die Troy Dini a former striker the Watford and what could in common or say Thomas Tuchel ya jeje ne sune 3 years in the adwuma no ba ya wanya hwe 6 months in ye ya man adwuma 6 months on your press conference en kan kire England fo nyina say adwuma na oba abeye no the policy ni say no pese okochi England national team no na afisei ena obe win trophy ni team ne kra no obe build they around player A and player B to one your fault say sa condition na e won the contract ni ma efefo na ma ne kwan say otimi ko Germany e ko stra na busuafo no on the osusu say papa no yen yi sa the free contract no met na England no her matches. You can agree with Troy Deeney from one aspect. Thomas Tuchel ever at Chelsea in 2021, the first press conference, he said one thing. I'll say, we are going to build a team that every team in Europe will be scared of playing against. He said that, the press and I say, or build that team. No. In the space of 2 months, no, I said the top managers now England. That time, Ancelotti or Everton, was Ancelotti, was a Jurgen Klopp, was a Pep Guardiola. No, it will be out to the smoothness level. Antonio Conte or Tottenham will be out to the smoothness level. Or we, you know, or twice so called Champions League. Papa, we did England as man, or so about England. A dream, so be coaching or Wembley. Now, England for that is also qualified for World Cup next edition, and he is there to do that. I think enough. The amateur aiding Komoa would win and they say, Edumani, I'm from England. England, my neighbor told since almost 30 years on mobile football. Thomas Tuchel is the third foreigner. They've always managed and have been managed by English national. We, Steve Goran Eriksson, our free Sweden, and the Don Fabio Capello, Italian. Thomas Tuchel is the third foreign manager who will coach the English national team. Into one can say, where say, oh, they will be back and forth from the English media, former players are on mechanism. But so far, opinion now let's look at it. 3 times you Thomas Tuchel and not only England weekend and not able important games. No, back no Germany, Bayern Munich game. Bayern team no England for the captain and one of the most important English national, if not the most important. What wrong has he done? Say Hurricane. England national team captain. The following weekend, young who is no England, no Spain, Madrid derby. And the England team now at that every English supporter be there dancing. So number 1, you're Hurricane, and number 2, Jude Bellingham. Unless you don't want to be truthful. So number 1, Jude Bellingham, and number 2, Hurricane. And Tipapano share all these players. And football, I couldn't anywhere stage. He said, team now, not 100% of the players are playing in England. You don't expect the manager to be sitting in England. And so, Germany, as far as there are English nationals playing their trade in German Bundesliga, he has every right to monitor those players. There are things that trading in Yabo Trek and from our opinion friend said Thomas Tuchel. And yet they are on England throughout most of the time, but Obechinchini and monitor other players. But now, another pointer will raise it and they say, a base in the young pointer or the airback, the team or all they are run wine or both formation. I don't think Thomas Tuchel need press conference to come and tell the whole world. They say England under me, Thomas Tuchel, may build 3-4-3, may build 4-2-2, may build a team around Hurricane, may build it around Jude Bellingham. I think these are internal talks. Because when you try to expose a lot of to the public domain, and he's one manager. If you follow him from baby away Borussia Dortmund, Bayern, rise call PSG, Chelsea, Champions League, or the Bayern, Bayern. Give me one team at Thomas Tuchel Akucha, because he has built the team around one single player. Yes, he's a manager of a 3-4-3, sometimes the diamond version. Yeah. But there is no single team at Thomas Tuchel Akucha, even when he managed PSG with Neymar. He never single and I said build the team around one single player. Say we anywhere team and flourish. With a Jumana Garisagit Eddie England for a year from 2016, a buyer, a bedroom and say Uja the coin. Yes, when we need trophy. But the idea of dance since 1990, not even semi-finals. England team no urban and him pay trophy zone. Not England into Thomas Tuchel. And I say Garisagit every year said so we a manager now obeso CD, a person of that caliber. You are not looking at semi-final berth. You are not looking at quarter-final. You are looking at the grand finale. And even at the grand finale, finals, you are going there to make sure you win the trophy for the English national team. So I think, Troy Deeney, any England, the former players, the pundits, everybody are up this manager to succeed and not to be successful, they say they should all back Thomas Tuchel. Now, at DIABY, Omobi Umbitinya, they are supporting a man successful. For Mani and Jai said, rant and bounce, and then Petra England, basically, into what England now, how does he monitor Jude Bellingham? But because we're with TV, so or not Germany, own team with TV, so he can do same. So I think they should give him that free rule. Mamunja so on England in it. He am fair support Enferman. And they are because at the time I appointed Thomas Tuchel. There is no English coach and no war market anymore. No, the level do Thomas Tuchel.
Mate, special med as pa, but we are Yabna Mercedes, UCC, Yogo Mat, CEO no.
Mercedes Benz Arena.
Yenchia pa. As our Tomin Crania, they are what.
Oh, okay.
Or better men can. Now, my own said, so a message be what I say, we are a J. Jumo Messi, my darling maestro, my king. Let me say, Edward head you. You are Martin and Jobert Maestro Kawati. Never thought about Kubi Crab and my way. Was it Abu DIABY, please tell Maestro that I'm in love with him. Okay. He's so handsome. Okay. His voice. Okay. English. Okay. Okay. And when Ajay Jumo Messi.
With the number ne come.
Maybe all the abano. Let me say. Serusi check uni and anwe dempa. Ma say aseba ma kuma infine or that. Asebe special birthday ramu fama. Messages in eba. Mo form videos in enka ho na. Was 0207543637 0207543637. Ricardo. To asoma me. Ma me ma 20 minutes na hwe we na ma me kakra na. Yanku yanim. Why?
Kwagu England for no mentality we na mo safa no. Omuntimi nye nioma omo pese omoje because every single time they believe so omo league no bibia na ye. Nti yen hwe omo ball no na yen fan take decisions. But countries no omo ba no omo bo different football, different systems and other things. Nti no Troy Dini mono say no football na cheda amfasa no they want to ride on the punditry and to make sure say they are relevant. Because sembu ha omo beke kan ya na ehono nhyeda hia but e be jaya ma watimi adidi ne nkomo and no game back call so e was Spain and game ne ba na we no a lot of commentaries will be a canon nsem a person wo kan and all that penalty e ba ye amanfo say rayu for share go referee no enso antimi anje and all that make us say the refereeing decisions are in past few weeks course La Liga no aside performance Barcelona, Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid try say they will win the league into competition ni be keenly contested no that controversy is also selling the La Liga.
Oh, okay.
These are the things that the English Premier League at the trendy power in those days. Say how the web begina bomu decisions he is going to take ye bobo new year we be di hon komo ye be kan hon semta so you want to go and watch the next game you want to go and see the best. So to me I feel that there is nothing like bad PR. Bibi a we be say ye boni say ye papa the woman say ye te wonka and La Liga referees no man no ye ye te La Liga nka and so ye La Liga na amount for DD is one of the best if not the best we one of the best leagues we are here. Sometimes you need these kind of things. England for no can come to a tournament near that day. Now, omo referees na my symbolic performance, but every single time they are in there. And until many Spain referees no issues. Do D Munera no D Osasuna Real Madrid money game. If not for be a threat say corner so na for reasons so D bo until no man adwuma there. Me no mo nyade. England for na train consistently say referees be ya there enye, but still they will give them games to go and officiate.
Well, yeah, at times so issues we no more raise concern and more can one say. I mean, problem is to say Enra Rayo by can go your or share your manji. Also a Madrid fan, or ya Atletico Madrid fan, or against a reference is your but unya kunya king kind brana a good decision. Rather they making what
Matthias here true.
Oh, this all come from Bibi Audi fear or the bar. Me no ya again say sometimes on your walk. Mfonso bi ni ade bi wo na be part of the game. So nipa no ne da chene ne niam bi owo no shouldn't be like I was yin in tranche.
I don't support that idea at all. But we adema do ne de ma men to aso na men say nas nya pictures ne de ma mea. Ba bi amra wo ho no ye nkyere ya adwen.
No correct.
Ba bi amra wo
wa kokot
ye nkyere ya adwen. Enye ho na abeka say o fa ade no o se ane me fa na come de me the hian se ane wo fa de no enti de intansa yes ye de ball no ye de ball so offside rule na me nya screenshot kakra to my in nas de mine e kan pv and me sure say we offside rule any no man obi amanfo akenkan bebre ba hwa ase ho was the offside is often considered one of the most difficult to understand aspect of the sport. In the idea, and yes, simple, said among forces, but when you interfere with an opponent involved in active player, offside. Mame that wide picture now right for no and so attack ya go by na among forces, offside no. Inigo Martinez was the guy blocking him. Say, all man could defend Diana. You can make my argument there. Bianco won't me member no. Enko Jibon and free strike and ho. Me know yagi. But then the trace by be a marawono. Yem penchirimu. Mammy, the other picture, you could see, say, clearly what blocking is all man in your movement. To the next picture, never. Clearly what yes, we are restricting a movement, wanting to go close to player no kwakoshe goal. It is a busana had this kind of a incident a referee take here a clear offside to be done with a wino mami video no but there be a Facebook for any video to one picture say ye shegoa linesman no ye fast or run a center born 200 lines manager we pija flag no wow and this a ball tornata immediately linesman will run to the center. But this one, no, my flag is
a solid decision.
Yes, because all your Real Madrid, what the one now they share any Real Madrid lens in T on Tiasi. We are let come Madrid lens in T on Tiasi. But if you look at this incident, ICC will give him and what referees need take here say offside now. You bear witness with them. Say Ampa, Bono was an offside, and they took the right decision in the game. No two ways about it. Referees will make mistakes. Said ye na juma ye one day ubeba ubetima your production no bibia but the way say na person no money si current me nkoma no sana referees ni na sit here but sometimes among for you say referee na there no eye to public scrutiny so omo ba omo dem omo mistake but they are human beings like us as players no omo mistakes near there so the decision was a clear decision omo eteki here when na baso because in recent times Real Madrid for is a reference no omo ndini ye enti ye pese ma Barcelona and so Champions League no and na kofa we ni na aba but with what we've showed na ya chire mu no is a clear offside I think say from so be any ho so me Barcelona penalty na sometimes the players need to be very very intelligent in the box as a defender you don't do this at least and was ball no it was a corner kick ball free left whenever we are left neighbor. He was not even looking at the ball.
Or the Nipanano.
Nipanano, why Jelano, the Nipan air perform. And when you do that, a clear penalty, Luther Campbell voice, he was not even looking at the ball. And if you look at this picture, he was not even looking at the ball. And the say, my player, no, my player, and into clear penalty. I've seen Omodiano say, shares Nemo by any other day, and in Sabe can't player. Nino is neither here nor there. I think that the decisions in this game, to me, if you ask me, a bare 70 to 75%. The officials were spot on. They came and on the here. You just look at that. He was not even looking at the ball. Player none watching. So young players know sometimes need to be intelligent. This time, Barcelona more people that they tell them how our football is intense, how our decisions making now football more. They have people that they do that. But we are doing a crucial moment of the season. Barca game, he will do everything humanly possible. After Samara double draw, Atletico double draw, pressure almost. Look at how they suffered in this game. They were not the Barca we used to know. They look jittery as a pressure almost. So it tells you how intense this game was. And it happened to almost severally. Say Atletico drop it, Madrid drop it. Also call no more bottle. So this was a game they needed to win. So the decision was spot on Abibia and so to meet them. Hansi Flick will be a mania jediamano. Okoye Jmo Bayern Munich. Perfect job no koye. Ni win ratio ni mo ye Bayern Munich was something that na enviable. A lot of managers who want to have that kind of record and so Bayern Munich. He went to Germany and found farmer. So for him coming to Barcelona no, now man for and shada nyi nisa say do akwen no German bit na me yes Barcelona. And looking at Barca, Omo enso si kasema ye fie na on team to players or toy enso Bayern Munich no. Many believe the own team ye adwuma, but I'm happy for him. Oye obi a what trust statement e dem Laporte and mpanimfo say ketwa na mo dem am ni madi ho no kore. Until next time no de meka se me pebia no muntimi mfa mame and they say Basa e 1:1 rule which exchange mu no kire say Basa na ebo ne bra unya 1 city obetim dia wenam oni obi ani asem unya 2 city obetim dia wenam and now Basa what that state 1:1 rule sika bi o meye bia no they can spend it ti no mo so mo ko Asia mo ne adade akwa pre-season so they will get money and they will come and spend. They are thinking about getting a branch friend as Alexander Isak, one fine striker. Say Lewandowski is a tip from the scene. Now we have branch friend Alexander Isak, one fine footballer. He's played in the Spanish La Liga. He knows how to get things done. Newcastle, Wakwaku Bono and so in the English Premier League. So if you are getting him, fine player. You get other players that they will come and complement whatever Barcelona and so I think they're very good. You get some of the wingers that will come and help you because no cranny, Rafinha bobo, Jama bobo. But this is not Barcelona, the kind of system. So when it comes to wing players now, they want right-footed player and the left-footed player and so Rafinha and Jama bono. It's not something that they really fancy. But at all, they have nothing to do about that thing. So they'll get Nico Gonzalez, a branch friend Williams, if probably Obekwa, so Messan Kon Hobima, or more Enso Junior Rafael Liao, or more Junior Diaz. These are players if you get them on the wings, Barcelona. And Hansi Flick at Tre, say Ketwana, the man who didn't want to this is a Barcelona coach coming to Barcelona. We need idea be about Barcelona, or Baba Yejuma. But yeah, Barcelona. You will need to also not be leaving a branch of Thiago Alcantara out.
Oh, okay.
Because him coming in now, because Thiago Alcantara make any team no so that he will help because no crano Nancy na Catalonia for ne can so on can or Mokasa near because Brofon Kwano so Alcantara Buano with him settling in and all that. So I'm really happy for him there. Opponent so Juma be Juma
na so Rayo ball na referee na Njem say no so no na call for a call for say penalty. Is it the same incident? Minima bi zo hu sa abona ye bo ayi ki se na unia mo play sara adumume anana adumume
so unya se obenya sa bi ndi amaya na ye compare sa penalty no any sa penalty you see something a different home the different home ni say this one he was holding him tight but the Barcelona player was smart enough o do pa hwe how I know he holding no. The Barcelona player was smart enough to make sure that we are tough for my penalty in the man.
And one thing in football, any referee's decision, mostly there's one thing we call the intention of the player in question. Say, where this Inigo Martinez penalty now, just like now Varas Ekam, clearly defender Najai born. So Fane say, Azumu that admitted.
I want Senegal in a party season.
Azumu that admitted.
Party says.
Referee no ever share yen edo hu say contact akoso yen bi hu you na penalty and then a penalty the intention of this player wasn't ball intention in ours the player let me prevent the player from moving. It's your intention, the intent in the said moment was to block the player. Had it been say na adwen ana na ni e wo ball and na the body e blocking na then referee will read interpretations that na the intention e wo bonus, but unfortunately already towards that direction at the blind side of him and on the body and blocking the player in question and all tries to but this one the full concentration
as only other basu
the player
on trying on per Rayo
dia so nya Rayo dia nema wa event mi ahwe ne ya interpretation no kwaku ewi ase obia wo nemo ye fama no me sure say abrabona ye bo no obia wo ne nyame oni ne din komo and a branch and as a coach, your friend Nicky Hayen, or no head coach at the Club Brugge. What can't be? And I said, I'm say, Yen Lancasabi before na etik rumano. Yen Chedan Hunyan Semka, into DIABY, I say, oh dear, you say. This is the head coach of Coachy Crab a Brugge. He came in at a point, I don't know more day the moment. Or made a man on a temporary basis. He won the league for them, and I'll dead man on to us. So as we speak, or that second, Janky, that's no, that second. Before the match, I always talk to my mother, who passed away 4 years ago, much too early. Or can press conference I say. Last year before the Belgium League playoffs, I told her we wanted to do something crazy, and in the end, winning the title was the result. Am I deeply religious? No, but I feel that it is something for me. I must believe there is something. Ne maame 4 years ago. But so wo kwa kobo match bia when ne maame din komo. And so tie nko no ko animu a ne maame ne kwa na pe won ne nsem no kan sometimes man tactics and approach to get into the game.
Maame na wo no.
So
Kado ya munjai sa.
This is a coach. What can you say? Last year he made a request to ne maame awu. Catch ne maame said they want to do something crazy, and the end result was winning the league. And now he's believing and trusting him. Maame say he's going to a crucial game against Atlanta. Omo wini e but they are going to Atlanta. Atlanta will everything humanly possible, spiritually, economically, and everything to make sure they are turning the game. But he will consult his mom again. And he believes he na kwa ejuma. Ghana high ejuma. But this is a white man. Which make us Western European countries they believe in these things and all that. But this is a white man. And I hear Juma Diamano. He won the league. And today he is also believing so last pick no Champions League no quick na me my last pick no yeah Napoli and Inter Milan game ne Barca on the 2nd of March till now o be ticket and ticket no is almost done and then almost done na yeah Masem but the Inter ticket is almost done here say o ticket ne so the Inter say this is a crucial game. Because if you look at the Serie A table now, 56-54, Napoli, any Inter Milan. So they know the importance of supporters at the Maradona Stadium. So automatically take it and say each and every single one of you can afford
all the back and the bomber.
Come and support us with everything that you have and win the game against Inter Milan because we believe that game will probably make things in the league.
A tough game.
A tough game. The game is second match. The ticket is almost done. The relevance of supporters. Ghana and supporters. Supporters can't smile in tea, but these guys, they believe in their supporters. And they know that when the supporters come in their numbers, they are the 12 men who push them to make sure we're moving the game. So these things we need to learn. Qualification. Who beti mi ato na ne makoyi ene Milan ne final nebo enso at the aggregate 1 in Europe but I'm tipping AC Milan so be qualify.
Okay.
Atlanta ene Club Brugge nebo a tough game but I'm believing say Atlanta will probably qualify in this game. The need to be an ABA for the amount. Bayern Munich and Celtic. That game is a foregone conclusion. Benfica and Monaco one hard game and it's beating me akoso. Yeah, very dicey. Benfica lead with 1 goal there, but Benfica will probably qualify. The qualification this time the winner we are now sweating at qualification
Mate the Argentine about 0207543637 0207543637 obetimi a short message be about video you back in Katie Roxanne or Chelsea Rayo had 2 of them Yoyate Eric Oga are you telling us that every foul on a player are intentional? Na every foul they be mu sheda pa obi tibi sheda pa obi timi kobo obi koto nyina ne agye for atia no pa ya Jakarta or the Ricardo Vaz akwa ni madwuma Jakarta dey also etimi ere ba ye no na ma hu say dodo na na join ni abna Mercedes okay my baby Vaz ate Vaz Jozo why na mo nyere mo sa na mo nkeka ngum na me man maestro
landlord
maestro as a message you ahead a coma na sa lady na nkasa no se ne no wanye ya nke be ha no pa you on the message or the abaha no no se rosi church ni se mo no say thank you Abu I hope Maestro get better with this na je say wakana kuma so ade e to your say bibia be the amount ti Famako, the next bit 20 minutes or the na Ramana, Yanque, and we all the neighbor Phoebe didn't come up.
I say didn't come on. Landlord, mammy, share it here for now. Yemoma Kwabambra for chess sports. Now, and then pushing for near that's one of me added people be I was say me celebrate you, and I think say or one of them Kwame Chris Kid or a service personnel or Amsterdam campus or Univer. Now you're a great guy, pa. You show me you're not nasia. No, share by 10 never honum. Until I never say be celebrating and a birthday. It's a Kwame Chris Kid in community back door. No, appear in campus no in Mantonka, Mamintonka and then you may not be being to me. So come. Was a when won't come up. I said it, yeah. Last time I call. I said, I'm a dorsal. I'm a dorsal. Studio Aina Meka. I'm a dorsal. Oh, yes. I'm a dorsal. But said the last time I called when EJ. When EJ. Chairman being your house. When you look in a nice one. And the chairman then when I know. Them ones as a musi dorsal is a museum in a still on cover wire show. China population. Wow. Omodio chama mane woro mombra Ghana ayi both them beautiful. Fakye yes. Baby girls no omombra also. Omombe we am steady e bobo ani ahye we mombe ye we na monjenko. It's quite very more happy birthday ni to us na boss. And a big match be a to that is Celtic and Bayern Munich ebitimi abo Alliance Arena Park. So I think say we in a repetition of history because the last time these people and I said these two clubs share was far back in 2016-2017 and at the end of that particular group stage na Bayern Munich timia Celtic by 3-0 Alliance Arena courtesy by Papa Thomas Muller, Robert Lewandowski and Kingsley Coman mo the team share that 3 goals dem Bayern Munich. And last week we did match with him kakra wa ha Mikey Olise and Hurricane itiminya that 2 goals away at the mother side of Bayern Munich Football Club, and then Celtic made that kind of standing goal the mother side of Celtic Football Club. But in a game near Kosovo Alliance Arena no, a lot of things they beat me because of say one, the variations are Papa yourself is some company the in our Celtic Park no. Obey used that same variation meeting against Brendan Rodgers. Rodgers, as a particular football coach, he uses the 4-1-2-3 system. We'll close the gap now. We'll make sure the mid-low block system at the Celtic Football Club. No, a pencil on counter-attacking system, making sure say Maida and then Nicholas Kuhn be making sure some open up with. No more closing at the either. Upamecano and then Eric Dyer wouldn't be efficient in the defensive structure of Bayern Munich Football Club. But that match now, I saw a lot of things between Bayern Munich and Celtic because of say one. Result company they born into say Flick, they born into say Julian Nagelsmann, they born into say Thomas Tuchel because of say or identify that same positional player. Now Papa say Julian Nagelsmann everybody at the side of Bayern Munich at that time. And that positional play, Nana, Papa said Julian Nagelsmann, Bayern Munich, it was very efficient because of say, in his setup, midfield, he uses Leon Goretzka and Joshua Kimmich. But then the difference between Papa said Julian Nagelsmann and Vision Company play in that kind of midfield, they say, Obe create 2 adapters, adapters, they say, Obe use Bakon as a primary product just to, defend the back line of Bayern Munich Football Club. No making sure Bakosube was an offensive pivot in attacking third. They were free the creative just for him to be a career progressor to the main striker or nobody anymore Bayern Munich. And I'm seeing something similar for the side of his own company because of say Joshua Kimmich as an inline generator and also as a deep line playmaker at the typical pinnacle of Bayern Munich midfield. He makes sure say Joshua Kimmich will be static. No, it's me release Conrad Lema as a right full back for Papa and also for the football club called Bayern Munich, just for him to release him to become an inverted midfielder to support Bayern Munich. When he becomes like that, the main person just to block a lot of passes from either Hitachi and then Engels in the attacking third and I said in the auxiliary third of Celtic Football Club into the offensive midfield of Bayern Munich, will be Leon Goretzka. He is that same offensive pivot. The offensive pivot, the dual tax rules,
just for him to block a lot of passes, be free the midfield of the opponent. It's in the depending about the midfield of Bayern Munich. No making sure say obetimi neutralize a lot of passes. No free Jamal Musiala as the main orchestra in attacking third of Bayern Munich Football Club, just for him to create a lot of chances. But say Vincent Kompany a transition as here. He makes sure say Obeduele in the right midfield of Bayern Munich or Mankasa a midfield and a half. And that is how he actually did it, beating against Celtic Football Club in the first leg. Now, this is the clear picture of what I'm talking about. Now, when Bayern Munich is actually, transition, Bayern for the black jersey, no, and a Celtic for sure more green and white jersey, no. And from the positional play, this is Joshua Kimmich trying to actually transition the ball into the attacking third. But over here, because I said when you check about this particular, lineup, Conrad Lema is being used as a right fullback in the right fullback position of Bayern Munich Football Club. The moment Papa Joshua Kimmich Benya Born, he would try to actually overload the right hand side of Celtic or Mankasa opposing half. And it will release Papa Conrad Lema just to switch to become an inverted midfielder, waiting for Joshua Kimmich to give him that particular pass for him to overload on the right full flanks. When it becomes like that, now look at the number of players who made the right full flanks of Celtic or Mankasa Honomono. You talk about 4 players making sure so made me Ajibon the free Joshua Kimmich in him. When he get the ball, he drive a lot of people to his points. Now these players will be driven to his points, and then he will have a lot of people at his end. Now the most free player will be free in the hono or be man that kind of pass, and then he can be able to make sure say those availability of spaces are and what attacking third of Celtic or minimum hanono. Obetibe you see those availability of spaces, then obe channel a lot of passes into the attacking third of Celtic or Mankasa opposing half. So that day, me catch you say Vincent Kompany system of play now Bono currently as you speak. It is all about Joshua Kimmich and a certain Leon Goretzka.
Yes.
But the way and I said the moment Ube just one people and I said one midfielder from this particular setup that system will not be able to function. Because Leon Goretzka and Joshua Kimmich played very well under Papa, your friend said Flick, Omobo, under Julian Nagelsmann, Omobo under Thomas Tuchel. Thomas Tuchel and Lemete, Leon Goretzka and Joshua Kimmich wanting them away from the football club because he had Pavlovic, he had Conrad Lema, who can easily do that job in the midfield for Bayern Munich Football Club. But then, Vincent Kompany Bayern, he has actually redeemed the identity of Bayern Munich Football Club on midfield now. Bayern Munich, the midfield is all about identity and the familiarity. The familiarity is about the 2 pivotal sixes. Oh, if you want the side of Bayern Munich Football Club. And if you want your system to function very well, just make sure say, that technique, that kind of identity that you need to play. Leon Goretzka and Joshua Kimmich will get the job done for you. And Sergio Manana, the midfield of Bayern Munich, Omugusu Omoye. But the moment of Leon Goretzka in the midfield, boss, very, 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 very good because of say one. He is that kind of midfielder. As a traditional number 8, as a box-to-box midfielder, he makes sure say the main creative that Jamal Musiala will be freed up to the spaces, making sure so we cover up for Jamal Musiala and even an invented auxiliary number 10 in the likes of Michael Olise, who always depicts in pocket spaces of the opponent. It is a Leon Goretzka, the next person who will become an inline generator just to receive the passes from either Dyer or Pemicano and then Eric Dyer from the defensive structure is Joshua Kimmich. So their job is simple. The positional play, they dwell in the more direct system of football and they make sure say they will free up Jamal Musiala and Michael Olise to become an invented auxiliary striker just to support Harry Kane. So Harry Kane is not that kind of vulnerable Tottenham now, but drop your deep.
Oh, okay.
Abeka Hams, you mean who it's sure, no making sure to be developed born and they are queen him. No, only him honum. Jamal Musiala will create that magic for him. But when they are going to the attack, now this is the Joshua Kimmich progressive passes. In a midfield, we have progressive carriers and we have progressive passes. Progressive carriers, most of these players' identity is somehow Jamal Musiala. Because Musiala is a progressive carrier. They can easily take the ball from the opponent center half to Mankasa center half. Typical example is Lionel Messi. The peak days of Barcelona, he was a typical ball carrier progressor. When Benzema was at Chelsea, he was a typical ball carrier progressor. These people do magic with the ball. They create, they expand the porosity nature of the opponent. And this time around, Joshua Kimmich is having a progressive passes. Progressive passes, and they say, or dwelling more on the right flanks of Bayern Munich football. And so he hit map na the Hanum now. So Bayern Munich in bonus, if they want to control the midfield, if they want to control the telepathy system of the football in the midfield, he will only dwell on the right full flanks of Bayern Munich or Mankasa full flanks have. So red line nature, the right flanks no and Joshua Kimmich developed that transition in the side of Bayern Munich Football Club. And this season, if you want to talk about Michael Olise, say Joshua Kimmich developed a lot of progressive passes. The next player into the attacking third on also that the right flanks on Michael Olise. So always Biano, you get the chemistry, you get the equilibrium between Joshua Kimmich and then Papa and say Michael Olise on the right flanks because Honomu overloaded the right flanks very well. And this season, in the penetrating careers of Michael Olise for the side of Bayern Munich Football Club, with him penetrating 7 careers in the Champions League only this season. It tells you, say, Vincent Kompany tried to overload on the right flanks of Bayern Munich Football Club. Obviously, says Brendan Rodgers and then Numre Boss. So what you say, yeah, Gil Taylor, any Maida will have a lot of things to do this particular season, and I said this particular night. On the left flanks of Celtic Football Club, if they try to overload, that is where Young Goretzka and Jamal Musiala will overtake the left flanks of Omankasa. A lot of overload in the right flanks of Celtic Football Club. But Joshua Kimmich and then Michael Olise, our combination this season is actually immense, and they are doing it very well. Now, this is the attacking third of Bayern Munich Football Club.
Oh, okay.
Now, when you study this particular picture very well, in attacking third, there were so many systems. Makanwaha, Bobo flat four, Bobo M-Horseshoe, Bobo two-gate system. Obinsu Bobo, the Uno dos Tres, an attacking shape of Barcelona during the time of Pep Guardiola. Wabo Andres Iniesta, wabo Xavi, wabo Lionel Messi, wabo Ida Ibrahimovic, wabo and Luis Suarez, and also David Villa, attacking third, and they will create that Uno dos Tres. The Uno dos Tres is just about, say, Ubenya one, a creativa, a traditional number 8, and a main striker. So the passes will be either for positional play approach, for either vertical and as a horizontal approach. Now, when you look at the attacking third of Bayern Munich Football Club, now this is Papa, your friend said Michael Olise, trying to get the Uno dos Tres system for the side of Bayern Munich, and then when you will be to say, I can't say, this is Jamal Musiala trying to overload in the half spaces, and then Harry Kane will be that leading attacker. Say, Michael Olise, 8 minutes, Jamal Musiala, he can easily get the ball down for Harry Kane, and that's the Uno dos Tres. Those 3 attackers, it is 1, 2, 3. The passes goes like 1, 2, 3. They depict in the half spaces, and they can easily release the ball into the attacking third of Harry Kane. That is the typical nature of his own company. He doesn't use the flat four. He doesn't use most of the incisive passes, but then he uses the Uno dos Tres system in attacking just for him to overload, making sure say Harry Kane will be that player. So when that centre backs and that's what space need that he can easily go in there and get the ball done. It's a rematch will be crucial, but then Brendan Rodgers play a little bit of compactable system of football, and his compactness, or making sure so bit more overloading, only just one midfielder as a lonely pivot in the midfield of Celtic, and that is Callum McGregor. That player this season for Celtic, he has made close to about 76 generation of passes into attacking third. Say Celtic Fonya Bona, the first person waiting overlooking will be Callum McGregor over here in the midfield. That's the reason why when you look closer to this particular picture, Brendan Rodgers would get the ball done for Callum McGregor in the midfield. But then if you want to get the ball, if you want to break the system of Celtic, Brendan Rodgers' system, you need to form that rectangular angle in the midfield just to get the ball done. And that's to get the ball, get the tackle from Callum McGregor and get the ball done in the midfield. When it becomes like that, this system is actually called the distance marking system in the midfield.
Oh, okay.
So distance marking system, Vincent Kompany invented that system, making sure so better retrieve ball from that particular opponent into 4 players who will be around that same Callum McGregor in the midfield, and they will try to get the ball from him. And some years now, they can easily control the game for the side of Bayern Munich. This will be the man I was watching out. This time around, the dressing room of Bayern Munich, Vincent Kompany has entrusted a lot of his things for Joshua Kimmich in the dressing room, because he believes that when this boy gets his best of the day, he can carry the football club. So if Callum McGregor, if Hitati, who needs to control the midfield of Celtic Football Club, they should get this boy away from that particular game. And Jamal Musiala is the star boy to watch. Jamal Musiala, Michael Olise are the star boys to watch in this particular game. Jamal Musiala this is in the Champions League. creating a lot of chances, making 12 goals contribution this season, both for Bundesliga and the Champions League for the side of Bayern Munich. It tells you, say, he has something special to create. But, boss, Barca system way, I'm hoping Flick will just attest to this system. Yes. Yes.
Barca system.
This particular midfield. I'm seeing something special for this midfield.
Midfield.
Who said no Yokofi need Komobi?
Yeah.
Near Mark Bernal as him. When he started, he was playing Mark Bernal, Mark Casado in the midfield. And they were playing very well. And Mark Bernal, a prior is an injury a Mark Casado so but then Mark Casado is ball within Pedri and Gavi. Who said Mark Casado is not actually functioning very well as compared to Mark Bernal because his compatibility with Mark Bernal won't finish on. So when they come to the team A, they understand each other, just like Xavi and Iniesta, Sergio Busquets, under Pep Guardiola, they were playing for themselves because and I'm seeing a new identity in Frankie de Jong, Gavi, and Pedri. This guy is a well-composed deep line playmaker. In fact, McCarthy said Dutch for no. He deals with certain principles in football, and the principles is about technique. The technique aspect of Frankie de Jong is something special. Ryan Volcano will try to create a lot of compressive football in the midfield, but you will have someone who has that experience, who has that composure, just to change the tempo of the game for you at any moment in time. And he progresses the ball very well. So, of course, an offensive midfielder, he does it so beautifully. So, defender, he makes sure to obey the IQ, the intelligent quotient, just to get the ball from the Ryan Volcano guys. And Pedri Gavi is actually having their magic dates under Hansi Flick. System Nimbun say, get Pedri done as a number 10, Magavi Mbo as a traditional number 8, making sure that De Jong they controlling the midfield the amount, just like how Sergio Busquets will control the midfield for Papa even say FC Barcelona. When it becomes like this, Barca will dominate this season the Spanish La Liga.
Marty, wonderful from Maestro Kwame Chris Kidd. I'm grateful, Big Brother GH. The Maestro, God bless you. Or that's not the other way. Paya Jakarta, the Maestro. And Mahuse ne Honorable Asuma thumbs up the Maestro. Or that's it. No the other way. Yaw Samuel Edu watching live from Continental Brekum. Jirize Mikrombo or the Benado say, could you are free? I always commend you and your team. Very fair analysis. Kwame Ofuyama and 4 big house guys. Any other the Pablo Maldini, the star boy. Please greet Ricardo for me. Please, Mate. Emza told you know what or Heneba Steven, I'm loving you guys. Yeah, that's it. You know, Heneba the answer about the Baby Ramu and my court now making kind kakra. Ewo hasi ewo WhatsApp ne SMS na me messages and ne Baby Ramu. I'm say a dozen year papa and answer me no making kind. Good afternoon, Fakye Sports. Mr. Ricardo is just doing analysis to favor his team. Barcelona no Barca supporter. I was about to Juventus, and I think it should be fair enough to say it when it is against them. Just imagine this decision went against the home team. The Spanish referees are doing a very bad job. This is my opinion. This is also chair the warrant officer class 2. Down so need the other ben officer. Me say baby all boko there. Good evening, Father Abu Diaby. I'm Aziz Morgan, the money man. Son, me say name ko hear them out. Former offense before. Only you guys give us even sport in the whole Ghana. May God always be with you all. Abu Diaby, Ricardo Maestro, Mr. Abib, and Mr. Ben Nas, Nico. Now, so go to Kroma, do on my friend, no baby girls in the friend. Nico, and no one on my friend. I'm Louisa. You guys are doing a fantastic job. Keep it up. Nedio no so the Timmy Ereba Ebabi Ramu. Good afternoon, Fakye Sports panelists. We educated we no more the buy and money. I had some maybe na manyadi. Ebasana akwakoya de kakra na ye. Hi Fakye Sports, you are doing a great job. And Dino one farm mama miramu ewo hanom no. Emze Willie also the picture be any ramu. Good afternoon, Fakye Sport. I stand with Ruben Amorim for being adamant on changing his tactics. We have had managers who tried to set the team up in a way to suit the players, and they all ended up being sacked. It's about time the players play to the manager's tactics instruction. Anyone who can't fit in should be shown the exit door. Thank you. Kobe Asante, Nedio Deba, Babi Ramu, Ewa Ano. This lesson. Fakye Sports, no size. Watching live from a palm. and also a lesson in the also the area no. Good afternoon, Abu. I'm Promzi Junior. Watching the show live at Konso Bani Krumbasa all the way in a fire emojis no. Or the 12 the Sports King is your boy Junior Fati AK Kauta for pig tank okay. There was a pipe but when you pipe tank I say. I wish Barca fans all the best. You're also at the Bayern no. Watching the show live from a Fugasial Soccer Zone going to Malam Iniesta Enterprise. Keep up the good work, guys. Fakye Sports second to none, and also and also a Timmy Eddie Aram no. Good afternoon, boss. I'm Alufu Peter watching live from Ariam Kwanta. Keep the fire burning. Here are Sina Lufonso the other by I'm Ibrahim Nuhu Jakuta Apam testing from Badu Fakye Sports. You make my day ED. Keep it up. Here are Sina also no dia. Or the Baba be ram Tidona, the Omodiano, and so Eba say Bidi Fakye Sports doing fantastically well. Nana Ampoma, this Nana K inside Takrade, Madrid all the way. Wasti Solo Mijiriza Bokode. I'm watching you live from Libya. Greetings to my bro Jakarta Joso. Nanata Malasti, Nidiano my man, MON-FRI DIABY. Nidio no so the Bena Kufio been watch you live from Tamale and a Gold Stars Mami. Mommy, Mijiri so who ya Bibia ko kama pede manti. Mama head na me tie videos na bana kakra na fi ye nan ho na embrafi. Watch you live from Tamale and a Gold Stars Mommy, Mijiri so who ya Bibia ko kama pede manti. Mama head na me tie videos na bana kakra na fi ye nan ho na embrafi.
Sports and Manchester City. I was slightly advantage over Real Madrid. Going to this game, means Manchester City a bit more winning game no because Real Madrid from defense na pre-plan for some mobility had and time ko yem fam home. The meaning say and see at the end of 90 minutes no Manchester City will win this game.
Fakye Sports. Finally, Barcelona, we are back on top again. This time around, it's a great and be free sort of. Now, quickly, se Pedri Beje Ballon d'Or so inje de Emren Krabia ne bechere. Beta kwano born de kwaku onimbo. We are hoping for the best. End of the season no. Ni ebehu. So bit me aje but enye na for now ye focus ye focus ne se Barcelona fi we beji bibia e da munyi na ase Fakye for
Abu, good evening. Sir, after what you say squad na no dia e was what team ase tactical screen obia timi gina ni mu man ye Mr. Habib itimi gina ho Demonstro itimi gina ho masa squad na no dia nti Fakye TV e botre ne dia Ubia era share ko TV ahwe anodin o come on amanya adwuma
ABOU DIABY mecheche obia married for no muzre omusu Abu kacha omuso omunyansu afino ombe super yeah so me buy ho ombe shetre Ebejini na off afeno mbesu
Fakye Sports ni ABOU DIABY ni ABOU DIABY mechiamo mekasa free bunu is techiman ai nura ya no mudi omo na ya team from so still ya wango ni yenyae basa all the way
ABOU DIABY na fiança na fora vamos dizer Momo we play for who knows who by you. They are you never walk alone. They give you
Fakye Sports, number one sports show. Moi saba biem. Moi saba bia Fakye. Bibia dem live. That's why I shall clean ABOU DIABY mu bo adwuma pa. E da mo asena adwuma pa mo ye.
Yo, the don ABOU DIABY Charlie, my say Fakye Sports, me too much. Me sports, me Real Madrid, that's asa. Yeah, Midin the Don Caro Atzeloti, make herself free Pristia Kutukrum, Yeshem on life, Charlie baby Fibia, Mende Bepedem Meka, my fans on what I said, the Real Madrid, I age and Enado. I'm watching a city for your train one bra, Atasa, Yapede move Philip Beta, in the Bassa phone, so what I top by in Suru, a China Bassa phone, one share city Jason in a cell, we knew.
Sama makwaba ye na ya bomode na afisem no ato aso kama pa etimi ede amamo na ohwe sereni mesi kona mze weekend di mad ba ko course well mina na no ede mpa egema etimi e course mbe mina sharks ye di poli na otweda obi efima asem na rewo na star Ghana de ye supporters bi mu nti omo aso muguso omo bu refi na mu nkomo no e na Dr. Pakwasi Indom didi ngano Jesus blame bi obi a yemfama the Ghana Football Association asi di no come on the chair
happening in this country, isn't it? If you let people misbehave from Premier, Division 1, Division 2 and whatever else, what do you expect? So if I wasn't at the stadium, what do you think would have happened? If I was not there, okay, to make everybody go away and let the match continue. Don't take a clip of it and say, shouldn't someone take responsibility? It is the Ghana Football Association. They take responsibility. They must make everybody safe. They must make the game entertaining. They must pay the referees appropriately. They must pay everybody well. Not just they take FIFA money and go and relax somewhere.
Etiano ye command na SPP pa no bomb money here to na after no just no football no ye no elmina on nye so ya piska o na mum se de be boa ne mpatamu no anije omo pe no omo nsa betimi aka
Okay? They pushed me away. Pushed me away. Okay? They pushed me away. Okay? Not just the Football Association, but even the previous administration. I was supposed to have been part of the reform, which Kofi Amwa and others were part of. Do you know that the day that we were supposed to fly out of Ghana to Europe to go and discuss from an owner's standpoint the reforms that were required, I was taken off the plane. There's many things I don't want to talk about because it is not important to me. I do football for entertainment and for my people in Elmina. I don't do it for money. If it was for money, I would have stopped it a long time ago.
Ati amo ye command e pano e to the na Ghana Football Association regulatory actions. Ani omo bomo de update aba. Miza no pano mi di kan di hon command e jeze ne ya charge Dr. Papakwasi Indium. Zomra na oma meye ya na mbe yin semano ya mano until nyambo chna. That's February 19, 2025. Say charges no mode abon omra no ma respond. Me hear you ma. Or first paragraph ne de ba. Or these are alleged to have interfered with the progress of the match by entering the inner perimeter and the field of play without authorization to protest a penalty decision. That's number one. Number two, he is also alleged to have incited players, officials, and fans of Elmina Sharks against the match official. Additionally, he is alleged to have used social media commentary to further incite fans and officials of his club against the match officials, and the aforementioned conduct is alleged to have led to violence against the match officials, constituting misconduct that brings the game into this. Okay. Okay, but I'm a manya nina cry ni adiati. After no so yan sambra na yembeshe charge ba koso no so omodiaba kramoye me no nimbra. Amina Shark Danielado has been charged with breaching section 12(1). But I'm already said the winning city and almost quote in the many thing near me here on the film no. Obaze the player is alleged to have engaged in unsporting behavior towards match official, including act of intimidation, threat of harm, and using abusive language in a manner that brings the game into disrepute. He asked until Wednesday, February 19, 2025, to respond to the charges. The Urema, the Nalado player for Elmina Sharks, and I feel so. Any Dr. Papakwasi Indium charge omo. Abi Mama Sharks here also, and the same way Bobo buy any idea.
We have a problem generally as a nation, how to address issues when they pounce out. This is not the first time Dr. Papakwasi Indium commented about GFA and FIFA money. Minim the main reason to that effect. ABOU who say FIFA sikano eson ebro so say efenejia omode niyema bia omfanye. Let's put this on record for educational purposes. Everywhere in this world, as we are it will sound unpopular, but that is the reality. Everywhere, FIFA Sika Yedema Association, Kukunya Sikano, and Yedema clubs. Everywhere in this world. Sika English Ibinya FIFA and then the Debo Premier League. The money that comes from FIFA to Football Association are for operational costs of the association. Any project the association is running, especially when it comes to the FIFA Forward or the FIFA Go project. And only this is the AKBA is being catered for by the operational cost of association. So when you go to UK and also England, the Football Association have the sponsors are the Premier League. They have the TV rights, they have the headline sponsors, they have the other sponsors are and only the clubs. But the money that they generate from FIFA is for operational cost. And the editorial staff of the association, because they are members of FIFA. They are working for the association, but they are members of FIFA. And you know, be a member of a football club. We are aligned with the Football Association. FIFA ID number. It is as you can that interpretation, any understanding, most of Ghanaians early, and I think Dr. Pawekwas Indom is one. It's not any time he says that Omuji Sika from FIFA no already. So Omuji Sika from FIFA, not Omuji yet, especially the FIFA forward FIFA go project, Omuji Sani Mana. The Aka Omuji the ball of Hobra, Omuji FIFA and the Assam. And we see that every time you go Congress, if anything in the financial statement, never FIFA Sika, about FIFA auditors on Babia, Omuji, no Mama, come agree, Yanko. Because I do myself fine. Omode. Baby, you bet my boy almost war. The FIFA forward, any go project, and near man KBR. You make us move fancy, we move on you, Sanya man, the Kessia with Kruma. But they have a way to convince you. I say, we had the Kutu Bohu, we had the Kuyewi. And there's always Bohu now on you, Kruma. Now, I'm saying FIFA go project 1.4, right? And nobody is age man. To FIFA, but they will be able to account that to show them so, Uko A, B, C, D, I, A, FIFA, okay. FIFA A says you can add one farmer Ghana Premier League clubs. Add in one farmer division club because and then I said no. It is number two, about see Indum said football now or for entertainment. Another problem, most of people running football are part of the world in M1 football in Queen. The DFA have their chunk of problem but look, baby, you know, football and move from the entertainment aspect. Football is business. So when you are running a football club,
so all baby business not only the who say, Ebia me the any day, me crew man I why bobo no. Me dem pese me crew na jinti or division 1 team or Premier League. That is the reason in Tia. I don't be from so but from so I said that is the reason say such club e make mark 3-4 months ni Tia player ka. Go entertainment on him the business aspect. And I say the player or the agent and the aboma dia oh elimination entertainment. Enti obia ebo efe na china clubs now so prioritizing the business aspect. You making sure we do the right thing to make sure you be marketing your players. You ton players na anya sika dia ba. Say ba ya omo team no you bet manya sika papa na pure omo kai. Aside that, what they are not to nchen. Now let's tackle the matter at hand. Offer charges in
omo kwa kobo. Referee.
Nas mami we charges no.
Omo si indum boni a why
charges.
Yes, progress indum boni a why say wa ba bonten abe criticize it. The fault say or the agrono back into dispute. Again, our Quenya Senka channel be blow while waiting the grievances I keep saying this. Every time I get opportunity.
First one is allowed to have interfered with the progress of the match by entering the inner perimeter and a field of play without authorization to protect a penalty decision.
A offense.
I know a dimpa.
A offense. So every gamer, a big offense. Oko gamer, and it is another thing. Yeah, part of the world. So yeah, funny. Oko gamer. Every game, pre-match. You call pre-match as that. It is agreed the number of Nkofua or more officials are more ever. Before the start of every season, the GFA gives every club what we call the match day team sheet. In two forms, the Football Association say, these are my officials. They will be seen in the inner perimeter. Number one, your head coach. Number two, air assistant. They are two also the medical team, the physio, the equipment officer. I think 7. These are the people who are authorized to be on the bench. Akwesi Indum by Emra, he is the president of Elmina Sachs. Into a home choir so a park at open. But football brand, the park was in any new choir in a perimeter. What's the Real Madrid imagine who will press in a perimeter?
Other Ghana be who's a club.
And Tina make us you soon run, see ye dim run as well. A lot of people ever let way of first charge na the man who do for.
And on first one.
Because the need team sheet necessary occur in a perimeter. The first charge will do for.
Second one is also allowed to have inside players, officials, and fans of Elmina Sharks against the match officials.
Pen and common now we dino. And then some now I can't tell me newbie. I cannot say we inside here. But per the what throw any voice now yet you know. I'm tempted to believe say support is a near maybe enter and one thing they say Kukusa now your leader. When your subordinates see you reacting or acting towards something, the fault say leader may end the idea change saying that
third one idea additionally he's allowed to have used social media commentary to
good.
Okay. He's allowed to have used social media commentary to further incite fans, officials of his club against the match official. And then the time a penalty about church and say do fee park and so.
So another part of your football, and so they say, who say your ball match every year, and now see game in the Gusu a course on a cram. So we a club now folks and maybe because and the AFA have what we call the complaint sheet. You have started season at every club, you have complaint sheet. Me, my co-gamer, you have started game. Before the start of the game, I walked to the match commissioner to tell the match commissioner the third game I hear where the game is being played under protest. I signal the match commissioner. So opponent now, why ABC? It was not discussed. I was pre-match. It was the bad game no man. What from the Manaya where say match and under protest. Up to the club. They say Mabona and Hoba into obey they no person. And now obey we are then I write the official complaint to the FA. Now my copy justice. Point number 2. Say referee decision. It is the core duty of the team manager. Say yeah, one match. What human say you take minutes report of everything at AC Park. Into minute 1. Referee penalty. Often say per your understanding of the laws and your penalty. You indicate minute 1 referee edgy penalty. Minute 10 referee my yellow card and now or GBB or say they be unlawful. You indicate we are on the complaint form. What you now they acquire if and say and near my ABCD and the council. Timmy Fall said, they open up their investigation, they call the referee. The referee will come with an interpretation of the law. Team now, what the protest the coin and not charging the coin. They will call you, also say the part of also the opponents now will also be given the opportunity to also listen. Now, also find the hearing, Ebra. If you are if then they come out with a fair judgment. Normally, they are switching about. That is where proper things are done. Football, but the other part of the world, no. The reason that they be having your opportunity, you bought now a brain in and Tina Meccanis Master and Becano, it will be on popular statement. Brenna ye brew, come high, born now ye bonina. Who between the Suborno Abu GFE, which may be if ever part of CBL, but I'm telling you on authority. And conform, I may born, they say, clubs now.
Clubs now.
The clubs are about 70-80% of your problem. Football association is 20 or 30. Yes. League Bayern officiating any bad. Bad as in EPL. With the aid of technology. What to say, your match we. And I have match. I'm a Manchester Pinibia TSC Park so inside and support the some Kobu players. We are no about it. I say GFA amp and I see Ubinti. GFA near bonnet. We do the thing. Me yebi, we yebi, virus yebi, maestro yebi. Yenny now so you come home a year association.
I mean, who's there? Fan baby no. Yeah, now the boy can't any evidence, but one time I hear hard when say Ricardo make can win an Bambi. There ya partner say a bully go bet you. I feel win your choosing his own premier. Or come be a bono. Problem all blacks in your pies, I don't know. Meaning the moment to do a montia. Over to say. Your true team will say, "Sir, team will fear and affair." And I leave here will be a fear.
That is where, if in the party, so ABOU.
Yes,
so transparency.
That's the reason.
Juma, justice a year Juma, and the papa question to the buy, in less than 24 hours, at the charge about as you why a day bono or China. ABOU FC Aquaque. ABOU FC, so affiliation with the Football Association, in the end, 3 days. Justice answer, it will encourage virus to also do.
Regarding
Yabo clubs next, the Football Association, when there is the need to make sure, say, on my interpreting law, no mama run a dead, not BBA, paper, or money yajuma. We've seen cases, the same article, the same umra. Virus. Yanasa Emwa. If you play the part, but clubs don't say a product. Yen, saying I am marketing a better. One of us saw by movie.
Ricardo.
We know that be a only one day far or modern ball form.
Oh wow.
And they've not been consistent when it comes to decisions and surcharges. Way. If say Papa was in you, are charging us so park no in that perimeter. I want to see say a charge honorable Ignorance Buffalo one swatch or game. He entered the inner perimeter to calm the supporters down till now. There's not been a single charge for him.
Oh yeah, sure.
Not to calm them. He entered the inner perimeter to incite them.
Who there? I just want to play safe.
I'm charged by not in house of count.
No.
We need
goes back to Assembly.
Yes, they've not been consistent.
Assembly in 2 days, but we'll be in here when we
oh, we have a
so man for no one can that means they've not been consistent with whatever they are doing. But in football, anyhow, it's anyone. So, Dr. Papa Kwesi in the name now or a position against Ghanaian football. Because that is a manner. Suddenly, or the Juma sponsor, and you know, all he feels I am treating ye and said the no mercy conanya diape. And they be America say, Ubiya or papa, no how. Ubiya or papa, no how. Because you see, if you ask night, you know, Ubiya and Vanisika and Ro Chaskeleo. So when Ubi Baba be no answer me support what he feels to say, Dachi be, I also need a favor from you. And the sudden aunt me uncle swam for money per crop then and send me to Miaba. And in some way now, if you want a barb, she said, dear Minoka say. But then GFNO should be very, very tactful when it comes to such of these matters. Because where Cedro All Blacks, Timo.
I remember there was some no crew.
Oh, man, charges
nearby. The first one, on the buy, now say. On Shedan, and we used to Atamambo Bukunan Kasana, or Mochajo. And our second one, was Kotoko Shataman players, Stephen D. Mohamed Kamara, Justice Blee, and Abdul Rahman Mone, a Walid name of Husseini, and a Ndongani Samba, and Team Menu, Mohamed Isaka, Eric Ozebozu.
Yes, but on no park,
that's bad.
But Obi Koya 3 days, you're not a man of charge, see a charge, you know. Are you being consistent with your dealings? You are not being consistent. And yes, sir. Man for a Konya so many years, but no question said the security personnel from in various stadiums. No, and so I won't take when it comes to controlling crowd. I won't tear here. I won't tear some for Majuma and Yeduma. And some of them ran us in a Yeduma. I know Musru, so we make arrest. When no BTC parks, no what be doing some on can't change his own time when you know what he's doing, you know, against the law. Some the carnam. Now me pass it trafficker. You won't come and be telling me say dem here no oni me din komo. You arrest me. Obi afa body kwa ko bobi. O ka se wonjai. Obi afa bo from de kwa ko bobi trim. Ay offense.
Maybe chance here na me share Ghana football way back no. Say na those days na Brekumas na the Ghana Premier League. So mo bo home game bia. Police for the way na dey omo ba no mo yesunya info. Tiabibia de omoba no onimu okrumo ochewa odoko ohu abi za de na kotokone has concern bi no mo raise am say omwe no mo de be wo ba bi say the security personnel bi be mo form a omo sa de no virus a o de aban okoto ade abobi waso no kramo ma twuma for de na de hade o de matwuma for de nas or the machuman for the end to so or the office. It
is one thing I could be a say me only problem, biggest problem with Ghana Police Service. Crowd control.
Or pray say
officer unyabotre. But when I didn't the patroni and a offense, the way and yamra and famra kwanso or bona but say unja and look at them because obiage na on concern.
Cemetery and sabo maestro here. Now maestro a report to me even without cameras. A report to me for assault. Please ebech me because assault a crime.
Yes.
Ebech me. But stadium obia fa there dey
kwakubobi police officer
police gina ho
jai
on chini pa no mama mentre me samo maestro say na maestro piaso no kan kire bantuma police for say habi ba bomb me wa report me for assault ye be chime because I help money
ya yam na ba be duru say opo bi adini boni
park so yeah e hard
udini was stadium as
a so crowd boys in you see say no ni na nya asema o bo hoti e de ba ka che support akọ aduru share no if I maltreatment, how about we as and me say the inner circles of Swedru All Blacks, a dean como, a chairman for say a catch they say drew and so. What is uncommon?
And people are around, so be as one for. to din komo chire we ya you know say adurian so okwa obi a enrum ne so na ono so gidi ese enya nu so no ono de besi ani
ababoa be za ati unya sa problem wo zone 1 eno na mo chemu no ye ka say ye den a every president call no the regional ka say ye do be ma ati aba o ka say no mo
ko bia na ebom but over spread war blacks again mo born this season no o mo ni mo ko say mo this kind of treatment ba obi akodin komo na no antimi ana na no antimi na mo akokante ne ba be ko bia no ye bo mo but papa kwasi indium so sometimes the right taps ne numeral church on Facebook and sometimes I have unyanto boase I think that he's been frustrated by the system so sometimes I know pour out on social media and also because some of the things I know church on in fact he incites supporters yes he incites supporters senya bib na chire o mu FIFA sikana o kana sa tra de to ha layman gidi is any FIFA scan e buy say mfama class every day sika and you incite people against them everyone need to be doing things right and administrators no also need to be doing things right yen educate and supporters no yen security personnel no no omo ko park so a yen ya de I met someone now here police officer this past Sunday and na poli 1 week no I met her and I'm needing komo and me buza say oh ko hin no so I say adwuma we dey am call adwuma
we na am call adwuma
yes say am omo protect omo bo ban e wo park ni so
poli
1 week no adwuma we dey am call adwuma nto no dey woko
how
and it happens in various stadiums I don't know see yem for omo they've been through the system more experience to control crowd and they cause in various
last time now you callers no call be fracas as say time no so say you bought Bayern Park on my cofa sorry to use this way call from Zoom police
yes na say video
ya de omo na ba ya de ono no me kaze bi ono kwaji na tie che na kwaji di si bro ka che
na wo pie ba kwaji na ma pass
kwaji na we na pass ba show ya football in the area who say this here near man
football area we had a lot of issues within our Ghana football and I think the GFA has not been consistent when it comes to issues like this. Kotoko a ball game in Barbara Sports Stadium at the end of the game yet most of these supporters are unbelievable inner perimeter acquire a lot of things undeservedly yet yomuko gumu as to say no cause assembly quarter even cramping in the assembly we right after that assembly we saw a certain RTU Dreams FC issues here at the time most of these clubs FXA or known players yomuko ball match against Dreams FC a whole lot of things committees set up Omoko GFA up to now you then you come back to tell us this man has actually entered the inner perimeter into war charging. He has actually offended the rules and regulations of the game. But the Ebemo will be arguing when they say UCC will be unfair when it comes to issues like this. And they say just a week before this particular game we saw a certain manner or in the game against Kotokoni Swatreman, or incited fans, so Omungusu no Munyan Yamano Moyeno.
Ask him now, as your Rab war park and so no how many supporters in it down. Oh, BBHS or Kachomos or Munkosunya.
Reporter, we've had because in the yes.
Diaby. That's all about forward. Diaby. Your video, I be one video. I know or catch on so one video.
We've had a lot of people they are testing the fact say the man was inciting the supporters. He was inciting the fans. They should come against the Kotoko people.
See, Ghana was Asemba. Udi we ase ade ya pa. Asemba na no crew ma. Wa wo kan no crew no nyame nko ani.
Very good.
Omo mu teach no mu ni. Na de ma ye ha na asema e mo bone se. Ti se me ni abi na ekoba me ne bras na ekoba. Me na me ye no na se mpa bia me na obeka kire me.
Yeah.
Ade ba ko ma before ebre no. Udi se nipa no pe wasema ni wo so.
Yeah.
Ba wase mpa bia zebras nya avisa na aba kwa kuma ya avisa anadwe na me de ko. Na wa ko se sana picture no.
Yes.
Asemba ma shu no kre wo no uni nyame nko ani. Ene wase bi so na e ba na wo kan.
Obeka kwa say buase mu no de wo ka no enye no kre but me video abi hu emu so na weakness so ba for wa e we na ochro mu so mu nya abotre ba me mu video dia o yes e mo mbo mo me hu video dia
no na satisfy the FA or man charging for inciting supporters now
you all go with that video
yes
it might so video be na chese rama na che mo
that video na ba one thing but we had some other people like no more present at that particular stadium saying say Ignorance of Bafwe was inciting the supporters.
No, now, even
now, even with that crampono, this man, he has actually explained himself to the people.
Yeah.
Said he was there. His presence, no. The reason why ABOU free baby or call inner perimeter no, was just to control situation and to calm people over there. It's nebon and say inner perimeter just to calm situation over there. Doctor. Now, one thing that we are mixing is this man is an entrepreneur.
Hey, Dr. Parkwesi.
Dr. Parkwesi Indian. He is an entrepreneur.
A former boss, you know.
Oh, yes. I respect
it. First appointment with you on television.
No.
2014 Accra.
Who say Dr. Parkwesi Indian? He is an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
And Obia or be a Juma. No, making sure say outside the work. Ochia the workers car. No, making sure say events. Things going on in the environment, the favorable condition of his work. Now, feed that particular environment, I could sponsor another event. It tells you, say, he has that kind of good mindset for Ghana football. Onyeshe Krampono, he has actually sponsored our Division 1 league before. And only if, say, we were in his explanation is, say, he went to the inner perimeter just to calm situations down. Niama na ekoso e wo honom na escalating ma ebim kosi to say the last 2 weeks pole issues this year, that was his explanation. But meanwhile, we've had similar issues at ACO in Swatre. I lead to the murder of Nana Pole, my good friend. And you're here telling me, say, oh no, ignorant Bafwe, the video about one thing, or calming people down. This man,
video say not all calming supporters down. And I'm person they can't my trust. Say not all calming supporters down.
We're already in a perimeter.
Listening. So in a perimeter. The moment you enter in a perimeter, that's why I made mention of Real Madrid. Say what would game? You actually game one say tension CBBS here. Prayers are park. There are people who have been assigned to do that job. It is their core responsibility. Say you're about park is what? Yeah, stewards, yeah, security personnel. You about not safety of supporters, players. Be part of the world. Ghana and Kwana stewards they park. Security they park. Or we are supporters more than supporters.
Whether we like it or not, we have a case to say the security personnel's number one, and most of the security personnel's now, GFA take most of the home matches now, they are very poor when it comes to say or more organized crowd or more controlled crowd, or making sure say certain things like this in the ANC stadiums no, they are very poor. But you blame GFA. We've had a lot of things also within the Ghana Premier League, even the proper Ghana Premier League. We've had a lot of issues concerning the refereeing system in our country. Referee system is very poor. Not a day or two. I am rampant. And I'll better say referee, ako baby, ako je club sika, ako jina football match mu. Niyama na oye within the football match, it is not in the right way. Referee be, I quite remember say the last round of games now near Ghana Premier League last season. A certain referee match near course no. Club no kofa referee no koda hotel.
Club.
Oh man, the same cancel no. Club neighbor park no so no. Not referee no at the club ne basim. 9 minutes and a referee penalty. Any man that said club no Momo Ghana Premier League.
Was that the name one?
Landlord. We've had referees who will call you and tell you, said this match, I'm predicting said this match, saying that because of having this particular score.
Listen, major problem for the statement, but before saying, yes, after careful consideration, I want the ICC Poli winning in Omadia to say a failure. Asumdua Banti, our senior team, that is a Santa proper and started training, normal prepare ahead of a league. Almost the sports minister. Eddie Nkomo and which almost any honorable Muntaka, interior minister, also edi nkomo and afi all parties are me involved money attorney general edi nkomo then the football association assurance and then ma abani so now the Kotoko team na nkasa resume training na omo prepare omo so signals na kire say enche in Premier League no be back
Yes, but I'm saying referees managers when ko can bribe at missing it. Oh, yes, if you carry fan.
The referee system is very bad.
334747 0206 334747 0206 334646 0206 334646. Me ba jo radical deal baby Alfrefi.
Hello.
Yes, I'll deal baby Alfrefi.
Pastor Sadiq here with Captain Swiss.
Sadiq, meet you.
Pastor, the issues that have cropped out for the past 3 weeks involving police death and then the current issue, no, I believe it's hindering the progress of Ghana football. Because over the yearly and then yearly says way back by sports more. It doesn't encourage supporters to even go out to stadiums to watch matches because every weekend now what or yere and no man na before one park. Now the day no so connect the work she be said obe ama owo bia be ti kata billing to ko bia be bad and to endanger your life at that. Why would we? So, going for it, you have a security room at the stadium. Let's give us CCTVs and then enter the stadium. Searches conducted on the supporters prior to entering the stadium. Senior,
Mate, yes, we are asking the other by Odiani baby Alfrefi. Well, I try to recall Odiani baby Alfrefi. Odiani baby Alfrefi. How about you, meet you?
The kind of balance, the question never ever asked about the question. Hey, for nothing.
About Jina, ye, Mamma, why, and I'm in Tonka, ye, why?
Let's see, I didn't write for the after you finance for
network na ye bibi o ne we ya ti minim se foforo aba na me fa na yankwanim me ba cho odi ani baby Alfrefi
good evening.
Good evening.
Mamin Bula so na pa mo ye. And one thing I me person me can is about if say kwaku say the Ghana football in Ghana. I don't believe in nipa almost here to give. But me no to Ghana has say and I'm a fish manager Becca say there was a timer and Kajeje free MON-FRI. Yen to me, I'm there, I'm inviting them. Papa was thinking they are charging them. That same incident is so true. You know, you video say that honorable gentleman for who are air can support it down. But the moment I open see that perimeter, you ever charge you because who anything says so. And you ever say the year go Nura, ya bad now, or say the year no, you say, and Marani Yiduma, but I say.
Mate, me da se Davido no dia also o de e ba e me hwe na me fa ba komie bi na me nkomani me pa cho odi ani baby Alfrefi me ze network na e we ya ba cho una chat odi ni baby Alfrefi lo wa TV set no na tie me awai ya me ze network no kra nim why Abibi eko na mo yenye ne enko.
Yeah, go so the American say football association when it is white against Abu Dhabi. Our manager white. And black against Ricardo Varasa, our manager black against him. Justice Ederdia, the union ayepen. The betterment of our sports. Sorry. A chat you for you now.
Mate, my show.
Abu, you're watching a best answer to us. Now, I'm sure O'Neill so head in the need your off and see what's a special landlord or you'd mojo feel. Yes, I was in watching now lunch in the day of phone card.
Me share me bo ti ya wo tre. Uni parallel me share me bo.
Oh, the lango kuma de.
E be share mu ya ko bo na wo share no. O fo ti chiro bo hwe o. Ricardo ye ko
obedi ye ko ma me ko Central Market o na me nchia Musa Wenga. On ye see with the Musa Wenga Sports Ventures. Ma me nchia no. Na yen country GF4 ne say they should do the right things at the right time. Justice delayed, justice denied.
Mate, merasi nana dinkra wo drobo. Mato nkra na Joe Rich. Also odiano mensa etimi akan wa ha. Ena Madam Lily. Every Saturday no man show. Omba be rama be chia oni uramo. Oni uramo nti me offer se no so me chia pa na and the art. When chi subini so Andy. Also ne guys ni nyina ye chia mo pa. Ti yehwe na yemfa mpem onfa nche bi o network na edu bebi na say hanu nsuo no CDC ko ne ade no na mana ewe party ere mampem ye ko yambo cha no pebeba Fakye Sports morning edition be run ama dini Abu Dhabi Luta Outen and Kan Ricardo Habib Mohammed and Afi the maestro your producers no e benasi executive set Amwakon Murphy AK Sechamankwa and Gilbert and Afi so and the imamo ne omo makaka ni na teach MC akwa programs manager ho abi imanso on afis no Chidi na junior munyina na Rich Suja camera na chiore na obwana Akula ne omo makari nyina keka bom na dwumade no ye de ruwa be mam tie de mapem ochena nyambo anọpa no ye be ba 7 to 8 ya ba be transfer na de akebia